The Charleston Battery are back in town, and tonight the Rowdies look to take down the top team in the East. Will the third time be a charm for Tampa Bay? It's the Rowdies versus the Battery tonight in St. Petersburg, and your live Rowdies pregame show starts right now. Some good tailgating going on in the parking lot right now as fans get ready for tonight's match. Hello everyone and welcome to your Rowdies pregame show live on This TV Tampa Bay. We are just over 30 minutes away from kickoff between the Rowdies and the Charleston Battery here at Al Lang Stadium as the Rowdies look to pick up 3 points against the top-ranked team in the East. I'm your host Heather Donnelly, and joining me here at the desk is color commentator Lee Godfrey. We'll also check in with Rowdies play-by-play man Mike Pepper a little bit later in the show. Lee, this is the third time the Rowdies are playing Charleston this season, and 3 points against them would be huge.
It would be, because they dropped the first 2 games against the Charleston Battery. This is only their second home game this month, so happy to be back in front of the great fans here at Al Lang Stadium. So certainly to keep pace with the top teams in the East, they would love to earn the full 3 points tonight.
Well, let's jump right into some Rowdies news and notes from the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, there is a lot going on with this club right now. Damian Lowe is away on international duty playing for the Jamaican national team at the Gold Cup. Rowdies sign a midfielder Walter Restrepo. Didn't think we would see him tonight, but he is on the bench and he might come in as a substitution. And of course, Stuart Dobson is serving a 1-game suspension after that red card that he earned against OCB.
Well, now let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Charleston sits in the top spot with the Rowdies not too far behind in 4th.
Yeah, and the Rowdies do have that great record here at home, but they have to be getting those full 3 points because they're only 1 point up on Bethlehem Steel. Bethlehem play the Richmond Kickers tonight, the worst team in the league, so that's why it is so important for the Rowdies to earn those points at home.
Now a look at tonight's injury report. A couple of Rowdies not available tonight because of injury.
Yeah, tough right now for Stuart Campbell to fill out his entire bench of substitutes with Michael Nanchoff still out with a rib injury, Keith Savage the ankle, and Leo Fernandez with that knee injury. Makes it difficult, but that's why you have depth and good players on your bench to be able to pick up the slack.
Yep, absolutely. Now let's check in with play-by-play announcer Mike Pepper, who's standing by with Rowdies head coach Stuart Campbell. Mike?
Thanks, Heather, and here with Coach. And Coach, it's been a long time. Obviously, the game just after the 4th of July, but this is just the second time you get a chance in front of the home fans in about 5 or 6 weeks. It's got to be exciting to get back in front of these fans, especially when you've only given up 5 goals in 9 games this year.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we love playing in front of the fans. They've been absolutely incredible all season, and it seems like an absolute eternity since we played in front of them. Like you said, although we played against Cincinnati a week or so ago, but prior to that, we were on the road for a very long time.
And when we look at it, I just mentioned the 5 goals in 9 games. But tonight's opponent, Charleston, they've gotten the better of you twice, including getting 3 of those goals in 1 game. Keys to stopping them tonight?
Don't make mistakes. Don't make individual errors. They're the team. They wait and they pray for that you're going to make a mistake. And when we do, they punish you. So we've spoke about it. They done it to us down here, like early on in the season. They done it to us a couple of weeks ago. So we realise players are going to make mistakes, but just don't make them in crucial areas of the field. That would absolutely be a killer for us tonight.
Yeah, Coach, and obviously one more thing when we look at it, kind of mix it up a little bit. Went a little bit more attacking against that Cincinnati team with 3 forwards, a 4-3-3. Looking to do that again tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I thought it worked. As I said, because we've enjoyed so much ball possession at home, we just want to try and get more bodies in the attacking third, and most importantly, get more bodies in the penalty box to put their defence under pressure. And I expect us to have quite a lot of the ball tonight, so I want to try and get as many numbers forward as possible.
Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Heather, Lee, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. This week we also caught up with forward Martin Patterson and midfielder Marcel Schaefer. Let's hear their thoughts on tonight's rematch with Charleston.
It's a big one. They are top of the league. A lot of pressure on them. They've got to come here again. I thought the first game that they beat us here, I thought we had an off night, and to be honest, I'm confident that we'll be at it on Saturday. So it's going to be a tough one for them, and like I say, they're top of the league. The pressure, they've got a lot of pressure on them. So, it's never nice when you're top of the league with the pressure that comes with that. So they've got to deal with that, and we can play with the freedom that we're going to be hunting 3 points.
We are looking forward for this game, and I think after two times we lost against Charlton, strong team, tough team, always tough games against them, but now it's our turn to win this game.
I think we just had a bad spell, which anybody in life and in sport can do, but we're slowly creeping out of that now into the light, and we've just got to be aware that we can't take a foot off now. We've got to push harder and go again. And Saturday is a real big opportunity for us, and we're looking forward to it.
Going to be a big one tonight. Stuart Campbell putting a lot of emphasis on limiting individual mistakes. That, he says, is the key to the win tonight.
Yeah, it is, because as a team they've been playing well, and it's been those little individual errors in Orlando, in Richmond, where it has really denied them from getting some full points out of those games. And you even go back to Charleston here at Al Lang Stadium, that 3-2 loss where Charleston scored a late goal in that to be able to steal away some points. So limiting those individual mistakes by the Rowdies, and I like that attacking-minded side that he's putting out tonight too, again, with going a 3 out top with Georgie, Restrepo, Martin Patterson, and Alex Morel all playing in attacking roles. We'll be able to see some more opportunities on goal tonight.
Well, we have to take our first break, but when we come back, we'll get you all caught up on the highlights from last Thursday's I-4 Derby. You're watching the Rowdies pregame show live on This TV Tampa Bay.
If you're new in town and working on your dreams and you don't know what you need, we got the perfect plan for you. My Blue, we are here for you, for you, for you. We're Florida Blue. Don't you worry now, 'cause you don't have to. Here we always say we got you. We are here for you. This is your home, Florida Blue.
Shh. Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
Welcome back to your Rowdies pregame show live on This TV Tampa Bay. Could be a beautiful night here in downtown St. Pete. Hopefully the rain stays away as the Rowdies get set to take on the Charleston Battery for the 3rd time this season. It's been more than a week since the Rowdies last played, and their last time out was an I-4 Derby showdown with Orlando City B. Martin Patterson got Tampa Bay on the board in the first half, but Orlando City managed to pull out a last-second draw. To see how it went down, let's check in with play-by-play man Mike Pepper, who joins us now from the broadcast booth. Mike?
Thank you, Heather. And yeah, you're right. It was down I-4, and it was just 9 nights ago, and the Rowdies really tried to get out there, and they were able to take it to Orlando early on as they were able to get the head start. And it was the 21st minute on a loose ball. Keith Savage able to step up, finds Joe Cole, who was on the ground, and then slots it through to Martin Patterson. Patterson in on goal, able to go over the goalkeeper and underneath the crossbar to give the Tampa Bay Rowdies the 1-0 lead. Patterson, brilliant finish, just slicing underneath the crossbar. Into the 29th as the Rowdies celebrate the loose ball on it. Rowdies can't clear it. Tony Roca able to get it. His shot from distance goes a little wide as it trickles in front of the goal mouth and just wide of what was then the far post. Into the second half, Orlando City B in the area. And a dangerous ball. Haji Berry gets to it. to Lewis Neal, who just misses. Matter of fact, may have deflected, and it did deflect off Tamika Makandawiri off the shin and kept that one just wide. Now into stoppage time, late into it. Orlando City on the long run after the Tampa Bay Rowdies turnover. Darnell King goes to ground in the penalty area. The referee, looking for a reason, gives it to his Richie Larea down the penalty kick, and it's Danny Deacon who takes the penalty. Matt Pickens guesses the wrong way. Deacon scores, and in the 96th minute of what was scheduled to be 97, the Tampa Bay Rowdies end up in a draw in a game that Orlando City kind of controlled a little bit, but the Rowdies had the 1-0 lead in the 21st minute, as we mentioned, and then from that point, they played a little defensively, and unfortunately, the stoppage time a little bit too much for them. They do get the point on the road, but certainly a couple points lost again up there or over there in Orlando.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. And Lee, interesting game there in Orlando. Not a whole lot of chances for either team.
Yeah, and when we talked to Stuart Campbell yesterday about the game, it was about some of those individual errors at key moments in the game, especially late in that one, just to be able to kill off the clock because, yeah, there was 7 minutes added on in that game, but Stuart didn't mind that. There were a lot of things going on that probably warranted that amount of extra time being added on. And then Tamika Makandawiri, a very difficult position there that he was in to have to force that challenge in the box, and you really don't want to give the referee an opportunity at that point to be able to point to the spot and give a penalty, and in his mind it was warranted, and unfortunate for the Rowdies there to not be able to come away with playing such a complete game up to that point, not to come away with the full 3 points on the road.
Well, tonight is throwback night here at Al Lang Stadium, so we asked the team to tell us about their favorite game, but video games don't count. Because it's throwback night, they had to choose something not electronic like a card game or board game. Check out what all the players chose.
I like backgammon, actually.
Probably be Jenga.
Well, here with the team, we play 22 a lot. It's a card game. Pretty good at it. Not to be cocky, but some of the guys hate me because when I play, I usually win.
I definitely like playing cards. I don't get in the mix with the guys. They're going to take all my money on the road, but I love playing some cards.
I'm a big poker guy. I love poker. I do tend to drift toward like Monopoly. I'm getting better at that. I used to play with my grandpa a lot. He taught me some tricks. And then Sorry. I like Sorry.
I don't think you can beat Monopoly, to be honest.
Board game, Monopoly is always a classic. I like Mad Gab. That's fun. Fiance beats me all the time. She's very witty.
I love playing Monopoly in the off season. I think I'm like undefeated in Monopoly. I've never lost, so yeah.
Lately, we've been playing a lot of Clue, so got back into some board games like that. Clue. We have a good amount of board games with my fiance. I like to play those kind of games.
Yeah, I like playing ping pong. That's my game.
I don't know, maybe tennis when I have time. I don't know if that's weird, but I like to play tennis.
Say dominoes. I like dominoes, yeah. Play dominoes. There's a game called Ludi. I'm just starting to learn to play Monopoly as well, but it's too long. I really like it.
Monopoly. I play with my family back home. It gets heated.
A heated game of Monopoly with Martin Patterson. I can't even imagine. If he's as intense playing Monopoly as he is after he scores, those probably are some really heated games. Did you know Rowdies midfielder Alex Morel grew up only about 60 miles from here in Lakeland, Florida? When we come back, we'll hear from the hometown boy about his big moments so far in Tampa Bay. Stay with us.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we want you to eat better and feel better with smoothies made from better-for-you ingredients and food crafted with the bold flavors you love, like our Chipotle Chicken Club flatbread with grilled chicken, bacon, pepper jack, and chipotle mayo, or our Island Green Smoothie with fresh kale and spinach, banana, mango, and pineapple. Life's too good to settle for anything less. Chipotle Chicken Club and Island Green Smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Guys, come on. Team, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on. Short has gone 3. 1, 2, 3, short ass!
We're on the road showing real people the stain-fighting power of OxyClean.
Stains on t-shirt, I see it coming out pretty quickly. The stain is gone.
That's a huge difference. You could see how it was really disgusting and how white it is now.
Looks like the stain is coming out. The OxyClean started to lift it up. I'm pretty impressed.
OxyClean, America's #1 versatile stain remover. Now get the power of OxyClean in a detergent. 1 cap beats 4 of theirs. OxyClean gets the...
Welcome back to your Rowdies pregame show live on this TV. Tampa Bay, the Rowdies, and Charleston Battery warming up, getting ready to take on each other for the 3rd time this season here on Throwback Night at Allang Stadium. When Alex Morel joined the Rowdies this preseason, it was a bit of a homecoming for the Lakeland native. After spending the first part of the season in an off-the-bench role, the speedy midfielder has recently earned a spot in the Rowdies starting lineup. This week, we sat down with Morel to talk about playing in front of family and friends and what it's like being the youngest player on the team.
I think it's everyone's dream to come back and play for their hometown and represent where you came from.
Morel cutting again. Works towards the end line. He sends the low service and it's in from Patterson. Morel, one hand to it. The follow-up is in from goal.
This all starts for Morel.
That was big for me, honestly. And I've been trying to think, like, what was I doing that day? That made me have that breakout game and stuff. But honestly, I was just being myself. I felt really good out there on the field. Just growing up here, and I see all my friends at every game, my family. It makes me play even harder. My mom and my dad usually make it to every game.
Alex is always the one with 14, 15, tickets for the game. So we have a laugh and a joke about that.
I'm writing down like 30 tickets, and everyone's making fun of me.
He's got family and friends that follow him around, follow his career, and that's brilliant. And that's extra motivation for Alex to go on and have the career that he can have.
Morel into the box. Alex Morel onto the left foot. He'll shoot, and Alex Morel makes it 2-0.
It was a monumental moment for me, just scoring that first goal and getting it out of my chest, off my back. It was my first goal here with the Rowdies, but it was also my first professional goal. So it was pretty big for me, big moment, because it was against my old keeper from college too. I don't know if everyone knows that, but yeah, I went and gave him some stick after the game.
He's very competitive, and I'm competitive too, and sometimes we get in little, not scraps, but sometimes it gets a little bit intense in training. I'll kick him, he'll kick me. That's part and parcel of the game, and I like that in Alex. I think that's definitely gives him a little something extra. He's a dribbler. He can certainly beat people. I know when we train and when I come up against him and he's 1v1 and you've not really got any help. He's difficult.
We were in the locker room one day and someone was like, "You're the youngest player on the team." I was like, "No way." I looked around like all these other players, and yeah, I'm the youngest at 23 years old, so it's kind of weird, I'm always having to carry this stuff at the airports.
Football around the world where the young guys do stuff, they have to carry things, they have to, do all, move the goals, get the balls, blah, blah, blah. And he does do that. He doesn't complain about that or anything. He doesn't back down by any means. If an older guy says something and you don't agree with it, he'll tell you. I like that. Just because he's young, he shouldn't be a pushover.
Recently, I've liked just how I could be an inspiration to people, especially being a professional soccer player now, having that title, just growing up playing soccer and making it, making your dreams come true. I want to push myself to the limit. I think that's a big thing for me, just to challenge myself day in, day out, for years to come.
Alex Morel is a prime example of really taking advantage of your opportunities and earning a spot in the starting lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought from the beginning of preseason that he would be a player that could crack into the starting 11, and now he is. I love the way that he attacks from that outside, and he's not afraid to go 1v1 on players and just go right around him instead of staying in wide position. So he brings a different dynamic to this team. He loves to cut in at the top of the box and really challenge defenders on the other team. So I like what he brings to this side. He's got a big future with this club.
Well, for more features and interviews like the one you just saw, be sure to follow the Rowdies on all their different social media platforms. You can follow on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram so you don't miss out on any Rowdies updates throughout the week. Check out rowdysoccer.com for more information on how to follow. And now taking a quick look at the weather for kickoff tonight here in St. Petersburg. 85 degrees, cloudy with a 29% chance of rain and 69% humidity. So hopefully that rain will hold off and we'll be able to get in a full 90 minutes tonight here at Al Lang. Well, kickoff is coming up quickly here in St. Petersburg, so when we come back, we'll break down the Battery and show you what the Rowdies can expect in tonight's third and final regular season matchup.
got the sun, we got today, we got the sun, jumping, got it right through the night, got it dialed in, it's just you and me, in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
The fight for the championship continues July 29th at 7:30 p.m. Get rowdy at Al Lang with 90 minutes of manic excitement as the Rowdies take on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Pittsburgh, bring your A game, because you're going to need it. Call 727-222-2000 now. Tickets start at just $11 and includes the Visit St. Pete Clearwater Beach Bash. Call 727-222-2000 now. Come on, you Rowdies!
Good stuff out on the grill in the parking lot tonight. Fans getting all geared up for tonight's match. Welcome back to our Rowdies pregame show on This TV Tampa Bay. Heather Donnelly and Lee Godfrey joining you live from the concourse of Al Lang Stadium with kickoff between the Rowdies and the Charleston Battery just around the corner. Well, let's break down the Battery, a team that's been very strong so far this season, but will be missing a couple key players tonight.
Yeah, they are, and no one bigger than Romario Williams for the Charleston Battery. He's still away with the Reggae Boys, and his 14 goals won't be here tonight either. So that will be interesting to see how Mike Anheuser does in as far as replacing him in that starting 11. And Dante Marini out after suffering a torn ACL last week in their loss against St. Louis.
And the Rowdies know the Battery well. This is their third time playing them this season. They've played twice already, with Charleston winning both matches.
Yeah, they have, and it's going to be a big one tonight. And, you know, it was the way I think that they lost the last game here as we take a look at that one from earlier in the season against the Battery, a 3-2 Charleston victory. Stuart Campbell said that that one was really on him because it was a 2-2 tie, and he decided to take off a defender, put on a forward, and really go for the win. But I like the fact that he was able to gamble a little bit there. And then it was really close in Charleston. It was a 0-0 game until late in that one, and then the Battery ended up with a 2-0 victory up in Charleston.
Well, with 2 games against them already under their belt, the Rowdies know what to expect against Charleston tonight. Let's take a closer look at how good the Battery are at capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes.
Yeah, they are. This is off a free kick. It is Justin Portillo, and there you see Toronto FC 2. You think you've cleared it, and you're in a good state to be able to get that ball out, but they close down players so fast. That's how they're able to, you know, dispossess the team from the other ball. Look at how fast Marini is on closing down the defender, and he's able to find a little space and rocket a ball from distance for a goal. So that's what they do a lot of. They're going to close down the Rowdies a lot tonight, force them to either make a bad pass or make a mistake and try to win possession back. That's how they've been successful all year long, playing a high line, and I can bet you're going to see more of that tonight.
Well, a little while ago, Mike Pepper caught up with Charleston head coach Mike Anhauser. Let's hear his thoughts heading into tonight's match.
Thanks, Heather. And Coach, the Rowdies here have been very good at home this year, only one loss, but then we look back at that, and that one loss just so happened to be to your team. And you got them up there, too. What is the key to continuing that success tonight?
Well, I think the biggest thing is scoring goals. Last time down here, we were able to get 3, which I don't think is very common. We don't expect it again. So I think we really just got to make sure we defend well and shut them down and not give them chances with their quality and with their experience.
And there's no doubt this year you've been able to put goals. You mentioned the 3 here and 5 in the 2 games, but your leading scorer still out, along with the Rowdies' Damian Lowe, Romario Williams with Jamaica. You obviously wishing for success tonight. Where do you find those goals tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we got Eviel Cordovez. He was unlucky last game. We're going to, change things up. We got a player on loan from Atlanta, Lagos Kunga, that played with the U20s. So, we're going to give some other guys an opportunity, and they have to score. They have to step up to the plate and do the job, and it's just like having an injury. You got to, you want him to do well for their Jamaica, and we need our other guys to step up to the plate, but that's hopefully where it's going to come from.
Yeah, no doubt. Charleston's still very hot as well, but you come down here, is the humidity any different than what you get back at home?
I actually think it's not as hot. I'm feeling okay right now, but and we've got the black shirt, but the humidity is probably exactly the same, and that's the big thing. We train in it every day, but it will slow down the game. I mean, it's going to be, 90, 91 when we kick off, and the humidity's there, and it's going to change the game like it has in the last 2. The second half has been very important for both teams, and we've had the success the first 2, so we just want to keep that going.
Coach, thanks for the time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Lee, Heather, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. Let's take a look at one key player to keep an eye on from each team tonight.
All right, starting with the visiting team tonight, it is Justin Portillo. He's tied with the team lead with 5 assists, also has 5 goals on the season. The key for Charleston on set pieces, a skillful player that really contributes to the Battery attack from the midfield. He is one to watch for the Battery. And for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Martin Patterson, 4 goals this season in 15 appearances on only 6 starts. So he's really starting to find his form with the Rowdies this season. He plays with a lot of passion, and his work rate is second to none. He needs to have a strong performance tonight if the Rowdies hope to have the full 3 points.
Yeah, Martin Patterson has been on fire recently. He's scored some great goals with some great goal celebrations for the crowd here at Al Lang. Hopefully he can get another one tonight.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit of a flame underneath him coming in here, and he said that he had something to prove from coming over from England, that he really wanted to show the Rowdy organization that he still has a lot left in him as far as his soccer career is concerned. He didn't get a lot of starts in the beginning, but as he was able to get more and more minutes, it showed that he can contribute offensively for this team, and he will be that top striker for the Rowdies again tonight.
Well, that wraps up tonight's pregame show. For Lee Godfrey, Mike Pepper, and our entire broadcast crew, I'm Heather Donnelly. Thanks for joining us. Rowdies versus Battery is up next.
We got the sun, we got today. Got the sun jumping, got it right through the night, got it dialed in. It's just you and me in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg. The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beers, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Well, it'll be a game under the stars here in St. Petersburg, and stars on the face as the youngsters get their faces painted here tonight at Al Lang Stadium. It is the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Charleston Battery. Good evening, everyone. Mike Pepper alongside Lee Godfrey. And Lee, when we talk about this is just the third time already these two teams have met, and Charleston has gotten the better end in both games.
Yeah, they certainly have. So this is a big game for the Tampa Bay Rowdies moving forward and finishing out the season. They'd love the full 3 points. Only the second time home this month.
Yeah, second time home, and these guys will be looking to go out. And I think when we start to look at the players, we're going to get an idea. Normally when we're talking about Charleston, it's going to be Romario Williams, but he is still with Jamaica in international duties, but they still have a very good player in Justin Portillo.
Yeah, they're on to the semifinal, the Gold Cup, Jamaica is, but yeah, Justin Portillo from the midfield, 5 goals and 5 assists. He is key on set pieces for this club and brings a lot of offense from the midfield. Martin Patterson starting to find his form with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, 4 goals in 2017, and he will be that main point guy up top for the Rowdies.
Yeah, it seems like Patterson hasn't had a lot of starts, but already with the 4 goals has been a key part for the Rowdies. We're looking forward to it. The skies have cleared out tonight in St. Petersburg. It's the Rowdies and the Battery coming up next on this TV, your home for Rowdy soccer.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1 million megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
There's a lot to a name.
Especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges
and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
We got the sun. Got the sun jumping, got it right through the night, got it dialed in. It's just you and me in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg.
And welcome back here to Al Lang Stadium. It's the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Charleston Battery. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly down on the sideline. And let's get a good look here at the starting lineup formation brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. First for the Charleston Battery, a couple changes for this team, Lee.
Yeah, Cordovez is in up top because of Williams being gone on international duty. And the one big change, of course, is in goal. Alex Tambakis getting the call in for Odesnal Cooper, who is on the bench for the Charleston Battery.
Yeah, and they get the Lagos Kunga on loan, a youngster from there. But for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, pretty much almost the same thing. Justin Chavez by necessity with the Keith Savage injury, but a couple changes on that defense too.
Yeah, Zach Portillo's back in the starting 11. Kyle Porter getting the start at right back. And there you see that line of attack up top. 3 going forward in Georgie Ristov, Martin Patterson, and Alex Morel.
Let's check in with Heather Donnelly, who's down on the sideline. Heather?
Thanks, Mike. The Rowdies and Charleston are each without a key player tonight thanks to international duty. Romario Williams and Damian Lowe are both playing for their country of Jamaica in the Gold Cup and are set to take on Mexico tomorrow night in the semifinals. Being without their big center back is a blow for the Rowdies' back line, but on the other hand, not having to face Williams is a huge advantage for the Rowdies. He's the current USL leading scorer with 14 goals. a guy the Rowdies are happy to not have to face if they can avoid it, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Heather. And, you know, we heard that, and of course, let's get a good look at the coaches. There's Stuart Campbell, who we were talking to yesterday, and on that note on Romario Williams, it's like he might not have to play after traveling. Just 15 minutes, though, might be enough. Mike Anhauser, though, will have to do without him.
Yeah, he will, but they have a lot of depth, and they're still winning games without Romario Williams. They spread out the scoring. They have a player in Forrest Lasso with 6 goals from defense. So you heard Anhauser say how set pieces might be the difference tonight, and that's what Forrest Lasso does. You have to watch him coming into the box, a big player that has the ability to score goals.
It will be an exciting one, if anything like the first time these two teams met. 5 goals scored here in St. Petersburg. Al Lang Stadium, of course, the Battery putting 3 of them in. The game winner in the 89th minute as the Rowdies were trying to push for a winner themselves. Looks like Charleston in black from head to toe, a little gray on the sleeves. The Rowdies in the green and yellow shirt and socks, green shorts. Charleston from left to right on your screen, and we're underway from Al Lang Stadium. Played out of bounds as Griffith was looking forward. Zach Portillo will have to throw for the Rowdies, and as we mentioned the history, only 2 times, both of them earlier this year, and the Battery on the winning end of both of those. Gashi played into the box offside, and it's off Pickens' face. Cordovez was in. Pickens going to have to take a second. Cordovez was offside on that ball from Nagashi.
Yeah, and of course Cordovez didn't really see the flag going up until it was too late, and he just took a deflection there. There you see the offside, just a step off, and he's able to get a toe poke at that, and geez, did that ever hit Pickens square in the head, and he's giving his neck a little twist and turn, making sure he's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes that stuns you, and he seemed to be all right. It just taking an extra second. That ball was actually played in by Chang, but Cordova's a step offside. Flag raised by Corey Cox, one of your assistant referees. Natalie Simon on their side. Daniel Gutierrez in the center. That will roll out. Throw in will go Charleston's way. As you can see, both these teams, Charleston really has scored a lot of goals, Lee, and that's why they're on top of the table when it comes to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but if you take out Romario Williams, you minus 14 off of that 37, so that's a huge difference of what he brings offensively to the Charleston Battery.
Cole will play it out wide, and Patterson's a step out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Battery.
Now, this is such an important game for the Rowdies tonight. Really set the tempo for the rest of the season, especially if you can get a win against the top team in the league. I think the Rowdies are a more talented team. It's just so many teams know how to come in here and just try to clog things up defensively, Mike, because they know what the Rowdies can do to you if you just turn off a little bit or don't have enough men back.
Ball in possession by the Battery. And you talk about the importance of this game, Lee, and in head-to-head matchups, when you start talking about these games, as Collins up for the header, it's going to go towards the corner. Portillo shields him, and Portillo's is run over by Cordovez, and it'll be a throw-in. But the importance of those games, Charleston currently sitting 7 points ahead of the Rowdies in the standings. And in those head-to-head matchups, if the Rowdies were able to just get maybe one of those, they're within a point. If some reason the result went the other way, that's a 5-point advantage. 6 points on the line tonight. That's why the Rowdies cannot afford to have another loss here to the Battery tonight if they want to win the league title. Obviously, with 8 teams in the East making the playoffs, Rowdies are shaping themselves okay at this point, but you still want to target that title.
And that goes into play, too, of where you're going to be positioned in that top 8. Bethlehem Steel only 1 point behind the Rowdies going into tonight with 2 games in hand, and they play the Richmond Kickers, the bottom team of the league. So if the Rowdies don't get the full 3 tonight, Bethlehem do, then they go ahead of them. The Rowdies drop down to 5th place in the table. So a lot of different storylines heading into this game to show the importance of it moving forward, as a lot of those teams are starting to, play those games that they have in hand. It's starting to even up in the table as far as games played.
A little compression in the standings as Pickens sends it long into the knee of Schaefer. Schaefer will get it out to Georgie Ristoff. Ristoff looking, Cole making a run, but Ristoff has to turn backwards. Justin Chavez, who the Rowdies have desperately missed. He had a nice string of starts and was hurt against Toronto back in May as the ball sent up to Patterson. And when Chavez left that Toronto FC game, the Rowdies went on a 7-game winless streak before finally getting that against Cincinnati on July 6th here at LA.
Yeah, and that was a great win for the Rowdies against Cincinnati, one of those up-and-coming USL teams who have high expectations as well. The pace of that game is what struck me, Mike, back and forth, and really showed the heart and determination of this Rowdies side, and they really put it into a different gear in order to get that 2-0 victory.
This rolls to McCandawira. We mentioned 7 games, but it's 8 games if you include the Open Cup loss to the Miami team. Miami still in that cup as their game against that Cincinnati team the Rowdies beat was weather delayed as Portillo's has it. Portillo's looking in, tries to slot it to Schaefer. It's intercepted there by Griffith. Griffith now looking forward. They'll replay that in August. Long ball over the top. It's going to roll back to Matt Pickens. And for viewers in Tampa Bay, this TV has your chance to win a PS4 Pro Console and a copy of FIFA 2017 Deluxe Scarf Bundle, plus a special autographed item from the Rowdies. Watch Rowdies home games on this TV all season and look for the clue. Go to MOR-TV.com for game days and times. Pickens has to send it long as the pressure from Charleston forces it up. It's going to be brought down by Kunga. But he'll lose it. Now the Rowdies again with Chavez and Schaefer working together in the middle. And Schaefer's taken down by Anunga. Tom Brian Anunga scoring the game winner here at Al Lang Stadium back in April. And 3-2 victory, late goal, 89th minute. Now here is Collins. Rowdies controlled possessions through the first 6 minutes tonight as Collins looking for Patterson long. Challenged by Lasso, and he'll win the header, but it goes to the feet of Alex Morel. Morel cuts inside, he's got 2 defenders on him. He'll still run towards the line. Did he earn himself a corner kick? No, it'll be a goal kick. It is off Morel, and Alex Tambakis will get it. Tambakis, the starter at the beginning of the year, but it was Odesnil Cooper who had both starts against the Rowdies and has been pretty much the stalwart as of late. But Tambakis on loan from Atlanta United FC, and he'll take this goal kick.
Yeah, I think it's a good game to put him in. It gives the players a real jump too, to say, hey, we're going to put in, you know, what has been our second keeper for the majority of this season. Let's have a good game out in front of him, and don't allow the Rowdies to have any big opportunities on him. He's got the talent for sure. Cooper, though, showing that he had earned that #1 spot, and one of the big reasons why they're in first place right now in the East.
Good ball by McCandawira. Now Patterson heads it back to Morel, and it's back to Cole, and now Schaefer. Schaefer on the switch will get it out to Ristov, overlapping his Portillos. Ristov will send in the box, and however, it's off Cole. Nice little back heel touch. He's got time, he slips, loses his shoe. It's still free. Patterson now off the chest of Ristov, and it will roll to Tambakis. Maybe didn't lose a shoe, but certainly some turf went up in that area.
Yeah, it did. It's very wet as we have another look at this play. What a little back heel from Joe Cole to get that ball back forward. You see how wet it is down in that area. You can see some sand spots in the box. Almost looked like a handball there as well before Tambakis is able to clean that one up. But that initial ball in was well behind Joe Cole. He stuck out his right foot and got his heel on it to be able to try to get it back up front, but unfortunately slipped on that wet portion of the pitch. The grounds crew trying their best before the game to put down some of that dry sand, almost absorb some of the wetness in that area of the pitch with all the rain that they've been having lately here in the St. Petersburg area.
Chang with a nice move, but had to go towards the sideline. Will reset with Griffith. Now up to Kunga. Lagos Kunga, nice move, gets it to Chang, and now it's into Portillo. Good ball movement by Charleston, but they're just going to keep possession now as Anunga uses Mueller. Portillo into Higashi. Higashi, Chang. Good possession again. Anunga slots it through, offside on the far side. That flag came up as the overlapping run by Woodbine on the far side will result in the offside call.
Someone from the Rowdies there, Mike, has to step up. Anunga with way too much time and space. He could have either let that one go, but he did a good job here where somebody, that's the offside there. But just look at all the space he has to slot that ball out. Kyle Porter has to get out there faster and close him down and not give him the opportunity to either take a shot or make that pass out to the left-hand side.
To the 10th minute as Pickens will send it upfield. The latest USL news is on SiriusXM FC. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 7 on Channel 85. SiriusXM FC will also air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times.
Busy guy, that Mike Watts.
Yes, he is.
Games out the Gold Cup out in LA right now, so I guess he'll be doing that from the comfy confines of maybe a beach or his hotel room or something like that.
Tonight, you're right, 10 p.m. kickoff, United States, Costa Rica, Arlington. Saw John Strong, Stuart Holden, and Landon Donovan at Raymond James Stadium as Gold Cup action was in Tampa across the bay from where we are here in St. Petersburg.
When the starting lineup came up for Jamaica against Canada on Thursday night, Rob Stone giving him a big shout out when Damian Lowe's name came up on the starting 11 for Jamaica, saying the soccer hotbed of the United States of America, of course, is St. Petersburg, Florida, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So that was great to see on national TV as well.
Yeah, huge soccer fan is Rob Stones, and a huge Tampa Bay Rowdies fan more specifically is Stoner. Seen him at a few of the games before, but his duties right now with Fox taking him away a little bit. Here is Mueller. Mueller will play it out to Griffith. Griffith on the line, stood up by Ristov. It's just possession to Anunga. Top Ryan Anunga inside to Higashi. Higashi looking to make a cut. He'll get it into Kunga. Kunga on the left foot. Maybe wants to tee it up, but still a nice little move. And now he will. Just wide. Kunga, on loan from Atlanta United, had an opportunity from 25 and didn't miss by much.
No, he didn't. And you saw Matt Pickens right afterwards putting his arms up when he's down. Just a great move to create a little bit of space at the top of the circle there. And Pickens again thinking he got to close that guy down, but you saw that burst of speed by Kunga to make that move, and that did not miss by much.
I'm still watching the replay and kind of amazed how that didn't go in. It almost like it knuckled wide late. That was a heck of a chance. Rowdies barely escaping there from being down 1-0 against the Battery. Pickens upfield looking for Patterson, headed away. Again, that's Mueller, or that's Lasso actually. No, I was right the first time. It's Mueller. Both of them have their wrist tape, but we'll have to look. Mueller the left wrist, Lasso the right wrist. Good turn by Cole. Long way away. We won't say it, Lee. I saw it too as Joe Cole on the far side. It's deflected, and it will be a U.S. Ameribank corner kick for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. A big shout out to those watching on Estrella TV, also through this TV Tampa Bay. Left foot in swinger Marcel Schaefer over the ball. He'll step a couple of steps back, look in to the area as the Rowdies will send McCandawary and Collins in the box. They give Schaefer the little hand. Wait a second, we're going to get there. We're there. And now Schaefer steps up. Ball sent in. Headed down Collins right into the hands of Tambakis. From about 6 out. I don't know if Tambakis was coming or not. Collins got a head on it, but it was bang, bang into the hands of the Battery goalkeeper.
Yeah, and it's a good thing for the Battery that Tambakis did come out of his goal and make that decision, because otherwise Neil Collins was left wide open for that header.
Here's Pickens. as Griffith is fouled. There's another look at that as you see Collins up. Actually, Tambakis in before him. So good job. From this distance, and those are familiar with it, it's a long way away. It looked like Collins put the header down, but it was Tambakis who got the catch before him.
Yeah, well, if he didn't come off his line, though, no defender was marking Neil Collins either. He was just waiting for it. So good decision by Alex Tambakis to come out and grab that ball before it would have been an easy tap in down to the ground and in for the Rowdies.
Perhaps Tambakis with a nice loud call allowed those defenders to clear out, but you're right, it's into that area. Collins did find himself free, but nice job by the Battery goalkeeper coming off his line about 6 out. Nunga will send it wide to Mueller. Mueller looking forward. Rowdy shift their defense. They're playing up for Cordovez. Off the chest of Cordovez. He'll still keep it. Going backwards, he'll give it to Portillo. Now up to Anunga. Cross. Lasso. Chang able to turn. Cordovez, good ball movement. It's Kunga again. Back over to Cordovez. Tees it up. Pickens. Big save. Now it's back into Cordovez. Good strike by the Battery. They'll keep possession out to Griffith. Griffith, one-on-one with Ristov. Cuts inside. Kunga again. Kunga across. Chang. Chang on the left foot, and he's wide. And Matt Pickens is irate at his defense. Chance after chance from about 25 out for the Battery. And the Rowdies are lucky not to be trailing in the last 5 minutes.
How about the save? And I think it may have taken a slight deflection off of Kyle Porter as well, but you are absolutely right, Mike. This is not good enough from the Tampa Bay Rowdies right now outside the box. Matt Pickens is just screaming at them right now, saying, come on, guys. It's a shooting gallery right now. You got to step up and make a tackle, do something, try to get in front of the ball. But right now, the Charleston Battery with much better of the opportunities early in the first 16 minutes of play here.
Pickens goal kick upfield headed by Anunga, not challenged. Second ball, Porter will win it. Now Cole mount to Morel. Morel's a one-on-one situation with Woodbine. Woodbine will push him backwards. He's able to turn, but the pressure now by Higashi will result to throw for the Rowdies. Stuart Campbell looks on. And for viewers in Tampa Bay, you're watching Rowdy Soccer on This TV Tampa Bay. After all the action on the field, check out all the movie action on Tampa Bay's first broadcast movie channel. This TV Tampa Bay, Digital 32.2, Spectrum 630, Frontier Fios 463, and Comcast 229.
I think, Mike, in the lineup, the way that the Rowdies are playing tactically with Justin Chavez is that, you know, holding midfielder Joe Cole and Marcel Schaefer playing more attacking roles. It's leaving a lot of players up the pitch right now. More of those players have to come back off the ball and help out defensively.
Well, Schaefer's beaten to it by Chang there. That ball headed away. Second ball was Chang, and that's just better hustle by the Battery on that opportunity. Here's Woodbine. Back out to Chang, and now Higashi. Woodbine back out to Higashi. Higashi moves inside with the ball in his foot, marked by Porter. Porter. It's into Cordovez. Cordovez looking to tee it up on the left foot. That shot deflected, and Pickens will catch it so it doesn't go over the line.
Yeah, and that's better defensively from the Rowdies now to get in there close and tight and get something on it. And there you have it. You have a deflection, and it's no problem taken care of by the Rowdies.
Morel and Patterson, the miscommunication. It's read by Lasso, and Lasso will play it out. Good look at Porter on that throw. Over to Collins. Collins with a long run. He'll get it out wide to Schaefer. Marcel Schaefer on the left foot. He'll send it across back post. No one there. Woodbine just kind of let it win over his foot. Morel will run it down. Porter with a little time. We'll send it back into the box. Doesn't clear the first man. It does go off the first man. Ristov wide now to Schaefer again. Marcel Schaefer looking to cut it back. He's on the right foot. Now it's over to the back post. And again, headed out by Woodbine. Porter again across. And this one off the head, miscommunication. Second ball, Schaefer deflected, and it will be a U.S. Ameribank corner kick. That time, miscommunication by the Battery resulted in a shot by Marcel Schaefer.
Yeah, that's much better. This one's punched away, and Schaefer just walks right in. And there you see it's Taylor Mueller sticking out his left foot and deflecting that one out for the corner kick.
Mueller and Tambakis, a miscommunication on that one. Sometimes you see those crosses come back. Schaefer, then Porter, then Schaefer, then Porter. As a goalkeeper, you try to make sure get a little ambitious. That time, though, miscommunication as Schaefer on the left foot will send an in-swinger. Near post, flicked on, Woodbine there to keep it away.
I like that sequence, though, Mike, a lot more by the Rowdies. And earlier in the season, we'd see them pass it around the top of the box a lot. Much more direct, getting balls in the box, trying to get something going.
Counter opportunity for the Battery. Battery into the box. Chang slots through the defense, and now actually that was Kunga. Kunga will take down Porter. Porter and McCandawiri combine, or may have been Porter and Chavez combine on the defense. A nice run by Kunga, but the Rowdies able to get the foul.
Yeah, nice run by Kunga, but a nice job as well here by Kyle Porter, just boxing out Kunga, not allowing to get him in that right position, the right side of the ball, constantly blocking out and just waiting for the foul. So good job there by the Brampton, Ontario native.
That time on the foul, Kyle Porter was fouled, and Daniel Gutierrez, man on the spot. Of course, Natalie Simon, Corey Cox are your second officials. Elvis Osmanovic, your fourth official. Patterson stepped around by Griffith. Had the pressure, but Anunga open and able to find the open man in Woodbine. Brian Woodbine cuts inside, goes around and Morel. Morel uses his speed, but it will be whistled for the foul. Free kick for Charleston, about 45 out. Enough for them to send up those big bodies. Lee, you talked about some of those dead ball opportunities. You see the success the Rowdies have had. 6 of their 7 wins have come on at home this year, also at Toronto. But these situations with the dead ball, they're very dangerous, are they not?
And they are. This is why Portillo has 5 assists on the year.
Collins up and over Mueller, and he wins it. Restrepo has it, trying to find Cole. Will eventually get to Cole. Cole looking for help. Pushed by Griffith. He'll cut it inside. Patterson and Restrepo don't communicate with him. Portillo, a little space. Gets it wide to Kunga. Lagos Kunga. Works with Chang. Portillo. Cordobez. Porter steps in. Nice. Takes it away defensively. Into Marcel Schaefer, who's got some space. Schaefer slows it down. Gets it to Cole. Cole on the near sideline. Now Portillo's. The only difference is an S tonight is Zach Portillos for the Rowdies, Justin Portillo for the Battery. Here's McCandawiri. Good ball by Chavez, finds Portillos. Cole. He's keeping possession now.
This is the patience part of the game that Stuart Campbell talks about, Mike, that they know that teams coming into Al Lang Stadium are going to put a lot of bodies behind the ball in the final third, and really tough to break through that back line of defense. And you do see the big wall of black right now by the Charleston Battery, and the Rowdies having to go back and reset and regroup and try it again. That eventually they'll be able to break through and find that channel, find that way to get through the Charleston Battery defense.
Just past the halfway mark, now strikes 23 does the clock as Schaefer looks forward. Rowdy is trying to come up the left side. Portillos into Cole. Cole, 4 defenders around, still gets it to Patterson. Back to Cole. Tight ball movement by the Rowdies and a slot through. Restrepo across, no one there. Can Morel keep it in? He does. Runs it down on the far side looking for help. He's got Porter. He gives it to him. Kyle Porter into Marcel Schaefer. He's got a left foot if he wants it. That one's well over, though. It will be a goal kick. Never thought the Rowdies had a lot of space, but somehow they got an opportunity.
Now that was a good through ball right there by Joe Cole, sending it into Patterson, and he just slots it right across the face of the goal. Unfortunately, no one there at the back post. You see that go right along, right in between the 6-yard box and the goal line.
Well, I saw my color blindness there. That's the pink shoes of Zach Portillo's, not the orange shoes of Georgie Ristoff. The orange shoes of Georgie Ristoff blocked that one, but now it's free over. And there it is. Martin Patterson has the red shoes. So the outside backs for the Rowdies tonight, Porter and Portillo's, have the pink shoes. That one chested down by McAndawiri. He's going to get a card here on this one. He chested it down and went into Cordovez. And there is the caution shown to Tamika McAndawiri. Little McAndawiri, a little unfortunate as that came off his chest and right into Cordovez. Really didn't have much of an option other than to wrap the arms around Cordovez.
Yeah, because you see how that went right back to Cordovez, and he would have been in an all-alone, Mike, an easy channel through to the goal. So you don't like seeing yellow cards, but that certainly was a good one to take there by Tamika McAndawiri.
If you're a Rowdies fan, you remember the last game against the Battery, almost the same location. Justin Portillo sent this in. It goes off the head of Forrest Lasso. The Rowdies are really going to be watching here. Three-man wall as Portillo is over the ball. He's got Higashi wide in case they do something different, but it does look like Higashi's going to run in. That ball sent in. It's headed out this time by Collins. Loose ball is going to roll back out to Griffith. Griffith back into the box. Collins kells him onside, and McAndawiri, though, able to clear it away as that ball still sent across by Mueller, and now it is back out to Woodbine. Griffith pressured by Ristoff. Griffith's going to dribble out of bounds. See, we talked about this earlier. 5 goals at home this season, 9 games, and 3 of those were by this Battery team, though, Lee. So they found the solution that no one else really has. Only 2 other games, because the Rowdies do have, I believe it's 4 shutouts in league play here at home this year. Actually, I think that's 6 shutouts. Excuse me. Only giving up goals in 3 games. Woodbine now out to Higashi. Sent across. Here's Mueller. There's the light pressure by Patterson, forces Tambakis to go to Lasso. Cole will step it up a little bit. They're going to go back and forth, and as Patterson steps inside, Cole goes, man, we can't chase 2 guys chasing 3 across the bat. Doesn't usually work. So Charleston just keeping possession, and the Rowdies will be content to let Forrest Lasso bring it out the bat. Giving it to Portillo. Up to Chang. Michael Chang.
As this game goes on, Mike, I don't think the heat is going to be quite as a factor for Charleston as it has from other teams coming down to St. Petersburg. It's been just as hot and humid recently in the last couple of months as it has been down here. So they'll be acclimatized to the humidity down here just as much as the Rowdies will be.
Anunga on the far side. He'll look to whip it in. He gets it to Cordovez. Cordovez on his feet. Now pressured on the left foot. It's still free. Cordovez good hustle, and it's run down by Higashi. Big shot by Anunga, and it's blocked, cleared out by Joe Cole, or at least to the feet of Joe Cole, who sends over the top. Lasso will play back to Backus. And as soccer fans, we'll want to remind you, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. And that one's sent up as you see. Charleston, the Rowdies, both teams have a few shots. Charleston's 1 on net, but Charleston's had a couple chest wide. Certainly their chances have been a little more frightening if you're a Rowdies fan.
Yeah, they have. Just missing the goal, and here's a look at Michael Anhauser, the head coach of the Battery. Has to be pleased with the opening 28 minutes of this game. So far, Matt Pickens having to come up big on one opportunity and just missing on a couple of others.
Ristoff will slot it in, looking for Schaefer. Portillos will go in, and now they're going to, Tambakis will have to play it out with the foot up towards midfield. And for viewers in Tampa Bay, catch the Rowdies at home next Saturday versus the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Join us for the pregame show at 7, followed by the Rowdies and Riverhounds live from Al Lang Field at 7:30. Right here on this TV Tampa Bay, your broadcast home for Rowdies soccer. Digital 32.2, Spectrum 630, Frontier Fios 463, and Comcast 229. First of 3 consecutive Saturdays, the Rowdies will be at home. We mentioned Pittsburgh, and I believe it's the first look at the Harrisburg City Islanders for Tampa Bay this year.
Yeah, I think in the next couple of games, some big opportunities for the Rowdies to pick up some crucial home points.
Here's Schaefer. Schaefer on the left foot, across, it bounces over, Woodbine will play it out. Volley over the top! Joe Cole on the far side. Can't bring it down, and maybe did it deflect? I think it is a goal kick. One of the Battery players still on his knee in front of the goal as the ball, Schaefer, bounces over Woodbine, and Cole had a good chance.
Yeah, poor clearance there by Woodbine, and he heads it right to Joe Cole, who just slashes it over the goal. A couple of players on the Battery down on the deck.
And it's Lasso that was still on his knee, but he's up now. He'll lightly jog back up towards midfield, a little hop and a limp. Cordobez and Chavez challenge for this one. Cordobez comes down with it. Anunga splits a couple defenders. Into Chang. Wide to Higashi. Higashi at Porter. Into the area. Steps over. Looks for the left foot. It's Chang. Chang scored a left-footed beauty here back in April. Now it is Kunga. Cole pokes it away, but he goes to the chest of Chang. Back into the area. Portillo, it goes off of Collins.
Very lucky there. The referee waves that off. That went right off the right arm of Neil Collins, but he had that in tight enough to his body that the referee said that was not a handball.
Did look natural. I agree with you. I think it was kind of off the hip and the arm, but referee right away put his hands away. He said he wasn't calling it. There's Porter now. Collins. 32nd minute here at Al Lang Stadium. Schaefer sends it across. Header, Patterson. Saved by Tambakis. Headed back to Tambakis. Good chance by the Rowdies. Patterson put it on. Nice save by Tambakis. Battery now keeping possession. Best chance for the Rowdies tonight. Lasso with it at his feet. Anunga now out to Kunga. Now both teams content just to slow it down a bit as Lasso has it now. Cordobez marked by McCandawary. McCandawary does have the caution. That was Porter, and it did deflect off of Cordobez. It will be a goal kick for the Rowdies. So the Rowdies had their best chance just a moment ago, and as Charleston brings it down, it will switch out. Pickens on the goal kick. Sent long for Ristov, and now Collins will get the header up for Cole. Georgie Ristov still on the ground, but this ball over the top could be challenged. McCandawary heads it back to Pickens. Those two work well together. Cordobez did drop the pressure a bit.
Good job there by Tamika McCandawary. He knew that Cordobez was right on him coming in, and he had the time and the whereabouts to be able to head that back nicely and cause no problems for Matt Pickens.
Collins over the top for Patterson. Patterson still running on it, still onside. It is Mueller who has to play it over the touchline. Restrepo quickly plays it into Schaefer. Marcel Schaefer has Restrepo wide. He'll give it to him. Restrepo towards the line, plays it back across. Shot! Save! Tim Bacchus, that's a huge save. I think that was Cole. It may have been Morel. Battery coming back the other way.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. I think that was Joe Cole with just a bang play, and I only think it was positioning there. Tambakis, if that's a little bit to his left or right, that's in the back of the net. It ends up going right at Tambakis, and he's able to make the save, but I think it's only because it was a straight shot at him. He did not have time to react to that. So unfortunate for the Rowdies, that was so close to being 1-0.
Rowdies have been very dangerous with 2 good opportunities in the last 3 minutes. Taken away by Portillo. Zach Portillo coming across. Kunga runs into him. Bings the shoulder in, and Portillo will earn the free kick.
Well, nice to see Zach Portillo in the starting 11, and look at that, just bang, what a volley by Joe Cole, and Tambakis just happened to be coming back to his left, and just a reaction to put his hands out. That's all he could do there.
Well struck by Cole.
Yeah, that's a powerful volley, and unlucky for the Rowdies that Tambakis was standing right in the middle of the goal coming back across.
Tambakis has made a couple of great saves the last couple of minutes. Here's Portillo. We'll send this one back across. Challenged by Woodbine. He's headed it out. It's to Porter. Porter tries to tee it up. It's deflected. Morel will send it across. Cole! That one just goes wide, but I think we see it may have been some other call. Offside, perhaps. That shot did not count for that, but the Rowdies on the far side as the whistle goes.
I don't remember seeing a flag go up as Stuart is over there talking to the 4th official, Campbell. I don't know if the official on the field made the call of offside because there was no flag put out, an outstretched arm by that official on the far side of the field, Mike.
It may have been another foul, Lee. I was watching the referee on the free kick. And obviously an offside is an indirect kick. The arm was not up until the header, so perhaps there was a foul called prior to that.
And that's probably, Stuart Campbell was probably asking for clarification. Was that offside or was it something else?
It's into Porter. Collins. Portillo. Into Restrepo. Georgie Restrepo, a little space, has Schaefer in front of him, but 3 Battery players will force this one backwards. There's Tam. Candawiri, Morel now. Morel tries to go through defenders, taken away by the Battery. They'll counter. They don't have numbers, but Cordova's does have space. Back into Cordova's, can't quite control it. Chang chases behind. Back into Cordova's. On the left foot, Cordova's will tee it up, and it's off Macandawiri. Corner kick will be the Battery. And the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news by visiting USLsoccer.com and follow the league on Twitter @USL. Portillo runs over towards the corner flag. He'll have this corner. Battery's first of the night. Be an in-swinger off the right foot. Porter's marked up in front of the net on Cordova's to the near post, and it's Porter who wins the header. Headed back in by Chang, and Lasso tries a bicycle kick. He'll get the second ball, and now he'll tee that one up, and did it deflect as well? It did. It will be a corner kick. Matt Pickens asking for a dangerous play as Lasso had traffic around him. Doesn't get it, and the corner kick will be Portillo again. Good job defending that by Kyle Porter last time. Target man seems to be Cordovez, who's about 3 yards off the line in front of Pickens. This one towards the back post. Pickens catches that one before Lasso can come in. And with all 11 Rowdies defending in the area, Pickens would choose to slow this one down.
Good job there by Matt Pickens to come out, calling for that one and getting up and not allowing any Charleston Battery players to get on the end of that.
39 minutes have passed here at Al Lang Stadium now. Scoreless between the Battery and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Candawari now wide out for Collins. Porter up to Morel. Morel under pressure. We'll get the free kick. Alex Morel, 2 weeks ago, won the USL Team of the Week. Outstanding performance against Cincinnati. Had an assist. But a couple of great breakaways that created trouble. That one sent in toward the box. Patterson on it. He's onside. Marked by Lasso. He's waiting for help. It's got it. And it's across the box. Goal! Joe Cole! Rowdies take the 1-0 lead.
Well, you can feel that coming, Mike. Joe Cole with the best of the opportunities for the Rowdies so far in this first half. He had a couple of great chances earlier, and this time he gets the ball, and watch him hold on to it here. Great patience, great over-the-top ball there. What a little drop pass, and then it's Morel through, and it's actually Morel, I think, that gets that one. He's the one that comes in, or does it? No, it's toe poked as Morel does the work, and Joe Cole gets his toe on that one for his 6th goal of the year.
Yeah, again, the far end has a little delay. I thought it was Morel, but sure enough, it's Joe Cole who says, guess what? I don't want to take the chance. I got a shot. And it gives the Rowdies a 1-0 lead. Great possession by Patterson.
Yeah, great build-up to that play as well. The over-the-top ball, little chip back pass onto Morel, who brings it into the top of the 6 and poked in by Joe Cole. It's been better the last 15 to 20 minutes or so for the Rowdies. It was mostly the Battery to start this game, but as this half has gone on, the Rowdies have taken control of this match, and they are awarded with the first goal of this game.
Schaefer taken down, free kick. Go the Rowdies' way. The wind pattern tonight, Lee, fantastic as it brings that sulfur smoke right into here. Ralph's Mob celebrating the goal with the flares.
Reminds me of cap guns. Remember those as a kid with the red long cap gun tape, and you'd fire off that sulfur round? Smells exactly like that.
Absolutely. Justin Chavez in the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino yellow and green shirts for the Rowdies. Coming back over to Marcel Schaefer, and it will be Collins to take this one. So Morel gets the assist. Porter and Patterson will get nothing on that one, but that was an outstanding play between those two. Porter looking in, Patterson to control. Morel basically had it stolen from Joe Cole, but I don't think he'll mind. You find it from the back of the net, because you still have to get that shot off. And
yeah, I think he'll take the assist and a 1-0 lead. The Rowdies love to get the 3 points here and send a bit of a message to the top club in the Eastern Conference, who have only lost 3 games on the season.
Morel on it now will send it across, headed down. Woodbine able to keep it from going out to be a US Ameribank corner kick, so it will be a throw-in for the Rowdies instead. And you did talk about that for the first time. Charleston here might be looking at a losing streak. They did lose to St. Louis last week. Of course, the Rowdies 6-4-1 when they scored the first goal in the game. Of course, that one, I do believe, as that ball is free. It's a tough field. That one loss was against Charleston. They had the 1-0 lead here at Al Lang, and then gave up 2 to be trailing. Tied it, only to give up the winner in the 89th minute. Of course, in the pregame talk, talking to Mike Anhauser, the Charleston Battery coach, You said, obviously, with this heat and humidity, the second half will be important. We have seen that's where both these games have been decided this year. Both of them coming away of Charleston as Porter has possession now. Chavez looking across. Portillo's nice job of keeping it in. He'll cut inside. Zach Portillo's still gives it out to Marcel Schaefer. Schaefer, Collins under pressure. He's got to send it back up. He'll find Restrepo. Restrepo headed down. Cole beaten to it by Anunga. Now it's loose out wide for Griffin. Good turn. Chang, though, run off the ball. Good defensive play by Justin Chavez. Chang able to turn around him, but Chavez used the body to earn the throw. Be interesting to see how long Justin Chavez can go tonight. He did get a few minutes late against Orlando in his first game back from the toe injury, but he has been sidelined for about 6 to 7 weeks with the sprained toe. So we'll see if he can give 90 minutes. Rowdy's bench tonight as Portillo's uses Matt Higgins.
Yeah, and it is short. One player talks about the injuries tonight for the Rowdies. Only 6 on the bench for the Rowdies. They can put 7 on it. So, and you're right, does a player like a Martin Vingard come in that defensive midfield position? As you've got Walter Restrepo on the bench, Darwin Jones, a wide player, Luke Bowden, defender, and Darnell King, also a defender.
Halfway through the 1 minute of stoppage time scheduled for the first half. Cole able to find Chavez. The Rowdies try to go forward one more time. Collins across midfield looking. He's got Schaefer, but it's a bad pass by Collins. And the Battery in the final 10 seconds, so they try to go for it. Griffith, it looks like they'll be content to trail 1-0. Lasso slows it down. And that will be the halftime whistle. The Tampa Bay Rowdies on a Joe Cole goal, able to grab the 1-0 lead. Desperation through there, as right now Heather Donnelly is standing by with the head coach Stuart Campbell.
Thanks, Mike. Coach, a great goal there in the last few minutes of the half. A great sequence from Martin Patterson to Alex Morel to Joe Cole. How nice is it to get on the board first against the top team in the East?
Yeah, obviously the first goal in any game is crucial, especially in, no more so than in this game tonight. It's obviously two very good teams. It's been a good level. We've had a couple of good chances. In fairness, their keeper made a couple of great saves. So, yeah, happy to have scored a good goal.
You said before the game that limiting individual mistakes would be a huge key to this match. How do you think your team has done so far with that?
Yeah, I don't really want to tempt fate on that aspect. But yeah, we know what's required. We know if we make a mistake, they'll punish us. So we have to keep our concentration for 90 minutes and whatever's beyond that.
All right, thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thanks, Heather. Well, the Rowdies do get the 1-0 halftime lead. They'll have 45 minutes to either build on it or hang on to it. We'll come back. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
Today, we can connect more, play more, do more. And all that more takes energy. At Duke Energy, we're doing more too. More innovative technology, like ways to fix outages before they happen, for more reliable energy every day. So no matter how much you do, we're always here, with power for your life.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
If you're new in town and working on your dreams and you don't know what you need, we got the perfect plan for you. My Blue, my Blue. We are here, we're here for you, for you, for you. We're Florida Blue. Don't you worry now, 'cause you don't have to. Here we
people are blessed. Compassion and empathy are second nature. Being selfless increases their self-worth. They consider caring for others a calling, not a sacrifice. And we consider them our role models. Because if humanity can make the world a better place, imagine what it can do for healthcare.
And welcome back to Al Lang Stadium. 45 minutes done. The Tampa Bay Rowdies lead the Charleston Battery 1-0. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey here at the half. And Lee, when we look at it here, the Charleston Battery got off to a pretty good start. Rowdies controlled possession the first 5 minutes, no real opportunities. Charleston really took it, just barely missed a couple, but the Rowdies settled down the last 15, 20 minutes and were the better team.
Yeah, they certainly were. They had Matt Pickens come up with a big save, a couple of wide shots by the Battery, but towards the end of the half, the last 15 minutes of play really was controlled by the home side as we take a look at those first half highlights and see how this game developed. And here we see early, it's outside opportunities, and this was the one that was just wide, has a little bit too much space, and Matt Pickens had words with his defenders and back line. You got to close these people down quicker. Here was the shot that might have taken a deflection. Pickens makes a fantastic save, and it's cleared away. So the better opportunities early, certainly to the Charleston Battery, but then the Rowdies came on. There's a fantastic save there as the header by Patterson is just batted away there. Fantastic save there by Tambakis, and he made a couple more as the half went on. Here's the other ball into the box, and this is the one that Joe Cole just rockets, and that's right at the head of Tambakis. Watch, all he can do there is put his palms up and direct that away. If that's a little to the left or the right, that's a 1-0 game there. But here is the goal. Great little back pass there. Morel, I love how he attacks 1v1. Took the ball right into the box, and Joe Cole just said, I see a little bit of that ball. I'm going to tap that one in right there. I think he may have thought it got a little bit away from Alex Morel on that touch, and so he just taps it right in.
A little unnoticed there. The Porter and Patterson control. Porter looking forward, Patterson great control. A good look at the stats here, Lee, and really we were kind of looking at that. Shots have been pretty even. Like I said early on, Charleston with the better opportunities, but the Rowdies shots on goal. Tambakis a couple great saves, but you can see right there the corners pretty even as well. It's been a pretty even game. Rowdies a little better possession.
Yeah, they did, and I think that showed, and I think they have to keep doing what they did, come out of the gate in the second half exactly like they ended the first half.
Yeah, but when we come back, we got more on the halftime show. The Rowdies have the 1-0 lead against the Charleston Battery. This is TV Tampa Bay, the official broadcast home for Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we want you to eat better and feel better with smoothies made from better-for-you ingredients and food crafted with the bold flavors you love, like our Chipotle Chicken Club flatbread with grilled chicken, bacon, pepper jack, and Chipotle mayo, or our Island Green Smoothie with fresh kale and spinach, banana, mango, and pineapple. Life's too good to settle for anything less. Chipotle Chicken Club and Island Green Smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Let's go, let's go. Come on. Shortcut's on 3. 1, 2, 3, shortcuts!
We're on the road showing showing real people the stain-fighting power of OxyClean.
Stains on t-shirt, I see it coming out pretty quickly. The stain is gone.
That's a huge difference. You could see how it was really disgusting and how white it is now.
Looks like the stain is coming out. The OxyClean started to lift it up. I'm pretty impressed.
OxyClean, America's #1 versatile stain remover. Now get the power of OxyClean in a detergent. One cap beats 4 of theirs. OxyClean gets the tough stains out.
The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time, 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars, innovative technology, and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey, she's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority. Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
tropical smoothie.
We got the sun. We got today. We got the sun. Jumping. Got it right through the night. Got it dialed in. It's just you and me in a perfect day.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg. The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
Welcome back to USL Soccer on This TV Tampa Bay. Heather Donnelly joined here with Charleston head coach Mike Anhauser. And coach, you're down 1-0 here on the road. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I thought we came out very well in the first 20 minutes, created some good chances and just didn't really put the goalkeeper under too much pressure there. And you have to credit them. They came down, got a couple crosses, and picked up the goal out there off a quick free kick. So we've got to battle back, make sure we defend well, and not give them the opportunities that they had.
Yeah, you beat Tampa Bay the first 2 times you've played them so far this season. What's it going to take to go up in this game and get the sweep?
Yeah, I think we've got to, we're not going to do it too early, but we've got to get an extra number forward into the box and try to create some pressure, just like how Tampa got the goal. So we need to do that probably in the first 10, 15 minutes, and if it doesn't, we might make a couple changes.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thank you. Guys.
Thanks, and of course, the next 45 minutes will be big here, but we got a big one, 90 minutes all next week, 1 week from tonight. It is the Tampa Bay Rowdies, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, right here on This TV Tampa Bay. And of course, that coverage starts at 7 o'clock with the pregame. You, Lee Godfrey, and Heather Donnelly will be on that. Of course, This TV Tampa Bay, Digital 32.2, Frontier 463, Comcast 229, and Spectrum 630. So thoughts on Mike Anhauser? You heard him say that, hey, we'll send the guy forward. We're not going to do it too early. But if we need to be chasing it, we will. We're not afraid to do so.
Yeah, I think they are a patient team, and we've seen them plenty of times this season scoring late goals. They did against the Rowdies in their victory here. They did in Charleston. They played a wild game against Louisville, which was 4-4. It just seemed like every time someone went down the pitch, there was going to be a goal scored. So they got to be mindful of not opening themselves up, and I think that's what Michael Anhauser was alluding to, that they don't want to, just make that one sloppy error, because a point on the road they'd be happy with. So they want to get back into it, but be patient. The Rowdies certainly want to try to get that second goal.
Well, the Rowdies turn it over after the kickoff. Obviously going left to right on your screen here, and the overlap run for Griffith and Restrepo on the tackle, able to get it. But the Rowdies, who played it back, just turn it over, and of course it's a throw in deep in the end for the Charleston Battery. So.
And that's what Stuart Campbell is talking about, is those individual mistakes where you played well as a team. You can't afford to have one mental lapse that's going to kill your team.
Well, that ball sent across. It'll be a corner kick here for the Battery now. Stadium clock did not start. I'm sure they'll look at 46 minutes and start it. We the official clock here for Rowdies fans. Here's an opportunity. Michael Chang on the far side. Chang sends this one in, headed down, and very sloppy start here in the first minute for the Rowdies. They do get the block and they get the clearance, but a header on a free opportunity here as Woodbine runs it down. 3 wins, 2 draws, 1.5 minutes. Now, though, Charleston already has it. Chavez able to get it away, and free finds Georgie Ristov. Ristov across.
Very fortunate there. The over-the-top ball. Kyle Porter fell down. His shoe came off. He never got back up. I think he thought that was going to go over the top for a goal kick. Instead, it was able to get caught up.
Well, teed shot by Schaefer, gets the stands. Marcel Schaefer a little space. You mentioned Porter. He's still putting on his shoe. And Schaefer had that opportunity. Had one of the Sports Center top 10 goals of the at one time earlier in the year. His opportunity at Louisville, I believe.
Good strike by Schaefer there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Lee.
Yeah, I remember that one well, and this time just getting a little bit underneath that ball.
As Porter puts his shoe on, Tambakis relaxes for a minute, and he'll take the goal kick. Collins puts the foot up. Maybe Lord not to get a call there. That one's going to sent back long, and Tambakis out of his area. Good job by Neil Collins. They don't whistle a foul. It's a great job, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Woodbine, long ball. That one kind of knuckles. Portillo's has it. Back to Portillo's. One's headed down by Mueller. Headed back into play. Turned around. Higashi out wide. Now that's Higashi there after he got it from Portillo. Rowdies again poke it away. Good job by Porter. That one a bad ball back. Porter just has to rip it up.
Morel lucky there, light on his touch.
Far side. Now it's Anunga. Griffith to Chang, back to Anunga. Battery just moving it back and forth, looking for chances. Portillo. Good turn here. Chance now. As that was Kunga, couldn't get off a shot. And Morel is taken down. Be a free kick for the Rowdies. And the USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news by visiting USLsoccer.com and follow the league on Twitter @USL. Morel, first one to it, chested down. He'll go at net. He's got help wide in Patterson, slows it down. Now out to Patterson. Patterson doesn't have anyone to cross, although Ristov making a run. Georgie Ristov on the force that will be headed away by the Battery.
Good vision. Good vision there by Patterson.
Schaefer takes the shot, deflected off at Griffith, and it's saved off the line by Tambakis.
Sorry there, Mike. Yeah, just great vision there by Martin Patterson. He saw Georgie Ristov making his run and sent that ball in.
You hear the fans moan. But we got a chance here by Kunga. Kunga on the left foot, tackled away. Collins chased down by Higashi. We have to keep our eyes on the weather, perhaps. Sent back out to Higashi. Kunga steps over, drives to drop it for Higashi. Porter read that one. Now Morel looking long. It's going to be headed back to Tambakis. Anunga. Here's Kunga. Showed a wicked left foot earlier. This time he'll slot it Back onto the right foot and sent across. Battery have come out this half and have yet to test Pickens, but have certainly created some chances.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have a shot there. You saw Tamika McCandawiri coming up, but then he just stopped. He has to continue and close down at the top of the box there. Again, kind of like the way the Rowdies started the game. They've replicated that at the beginning of the second half. Around the top of the box, and Rowdies fortunate right now that they haven't let a couple go. It's such a great ending to the first 45 minutes of play. I want to see the Rowdies come out and have that same desire and determination. And they were quicker, they sped up. It seems like the 15 minutes off hasn't done them very well. But plenty of time left here, and they need to pick their opportunities.
Chang was fouled. Lasso into Kunga, now into Portillo and back to Kunga. Kunga to Anunga. I think that's the first time that combination's happened tonight, but they both play pretty well. Here's Lasso. Over the top, Woodbine on the run from his rough back position. Pits it across. It's McCandawiri who's there first, and he'll get his clearance, and it will be a throw-in for the Battery.
Watch O'Brien Woodbine here, Mike. He can deliver a great ball. He's got the space, he's drying it off, and he's going to be putting, this is as good as a free kick, because he's going to put this right into the 6-yard box.
Well, they'll throw Forrest Lasso up. He makes his way. Mueller still stays back, but the two big central defenders, Lasso with 6 goals already this year, will be the target. Woodbine all the way across. Pickens high off his line and gets it there. That is a heck of a throw. That's halfway across, and it was still almost out of the reach of Matt Pickens, who caught that one nicely. Collins.
A nice little move there by Neil Collins, but unfortunately he gave the pass away, but a great little fake.
Rowdies will win the ball. Schaefer on it.
That was good work there by Justin Chavez. Great step up there. You do that, you don't give the other team any time on the ball, and the Rowdies win back possession.
Here's Patterson. Switched by Schaefer. Can it be too long? Morel again with a, saw that earlier in the year in the US Open Cup. A little acrobatic play to keep it in bounds, and it works out. Possession kept by the Rowdies.
Yeah, great intensity. I love what Alex Morel brings to the game. Young player, bright future on this club. He's got great speed. Saw him involved in that first goal tonight for the Rowdies in that first 45 minutes of play.
Woodbine. Here's Portillo.
Portillo was asking for his player to make a run, just stood still. He wanted to send that ball up that left-hand side, or right-hand side, sorry.
Chang slots it. Griffith on the run. Ristoff on the tackle. It'll be a throw-in. Morel. Pretzel man almost. Here's an opportunity for Charleston. I think I tore a groin just watching it, Lee. Sent wide. Griffith in for Kunga. Kunga is find the open. It's Portillo. Portillo on the shot. Pickens down to his left to make the save. Not a lot on it by Portillo, but it did find the corner. Pickens had to come across and able to keep it out of the net. Lasso wins that header. Now it's sent back up the field, out of bounds though by Woodbine. Throw in will go Kyle Porter's way. Looking for Patterson. Griffith wins that. Second ball by Griffith as well. Now Anunga will flip it on. Out. Throw in will be the Batteries. I believe it's safe to say this is the Batteries' longest stretch. Does it coincide with Romario Williams being out? But they've got an opportunity here now as it sends out, headed across and out now by Porter. Loose ball comes out to Anunga. Top right, Anunga drops it short for Griffith. Room for Portillo, now sent wide. Driven off the shin. It will go out off the scoreboard. It will be a corner kick for the Battery. And I think to complete that, you don't want to go. They were shut out last week against St. Louis. Down to 58 minutes tonight. You and I saw them against Louisville the week before that. Second half, they were shut out there too. So 4 halves. That one by Chang, sent towards the back post. Patterson up. It's going to be loose. It's Higashi. Runs it down. Higashi looking for help. Into the box. Here's Mueller, and Collins will play it off, and it deflects off of Mueller. It'll be a goal kick. Good job defensively by Neil Collins.
Yeah, and that goal against, if you go back 2 games, Mike, against Louisville was a penalty kick. So in the run of play, it's been quite some time since they've scored a goal. And then Romario Williams on the other side of it, and it gets the game-winning goal against Canada to advance Jamaica to the semifinals of the Gold Cup.
It does. 14 goals by Romario Williams this year. Again, he'll be a factor, or expected to be a factor tomorrow night against Mexico. For Jamaica, of course, the United States and Costa Rica tonight at 10 o'clock. So if you're watching us now on this TV, Tampa Bay or Estrella TV, we got national team after this one. U.S. national team is Lasso. Long ball sent to the area. Pickens is out off his line. He'll catch that one. Rolls it out short for Schaefer. Rowdy's looking to quickly counter. Wide out to Porter. Rowdy's yet to really kind of get into the play in the second half through the first quarter hour of the second half. Bad ball by Cole, but Chavez bells him out, and now Collins out wide for Portillos. Cole. Chavez. Justin Chavez able to turn into Schaefer.
Again, you see the shape of the Charleston Battery doing a very good job of keeping 4 across the midfield, 4 across the back, making it difficult for the Rowdies.
Schaefer. Collins pressured by Cordovez. Collins nicely able to turn and gets Makandawiri. Porter slots it for Patterson. Those two combined earlier in a beautiful goal. And for viewers in Tampa Bay, you can catch the Rowdies at home next Saturday versus the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Join us for the pregame show at 7, followed by the Rowdies and Riverhounds live from Al Lang Field at 7:30. Right here on this TV, Tampa Bay, your broadcast home for Rowdy Soccer, Digital 32.2, Spectrum 630, Frontier Files 463, and Comcast 229. The Rowdies had an opportunity. We might have Kyle Porter, a little calf cramping perhaps. He's into that downward dog style that is going on. Nice long ball by Pickens, but a nicely headed job by Mueller to keep Restrepo from it. Trying to stretch that calf, but he's back into position now. Is Porter.
Yeah, may have just been a little cramped there, the way that he went into that tackle to save possession and not send Charleston Battery away on a counterattack.
Little room for Higashi. He'll try to slot it through. He's got the runner. I believe that's Cordovez. Cordovez marked by Collins. Dropped back for Portillo. Cole will run back to defend that and force it back to Anunga. Anunga wide to Griffith. Quentin Griffith. One-on-one with Ristov into Higashi. Now Anunga again. Battery moving it across. Kunga. Step over. Rowdy is able to defend and come away with that as Cole has it.
Very close there, Mike. The Battery working the 1-2. The Rowdy's able to win back possession.
Patterson holds it well for the defense. That's a dangerous ball there by Porter, but McCandawiri sends it up over the top. Here is Schaefer. Schaefer kind of misses the header a little bit as he was looking for Patterson, but it will be cleared out, and it will be a U.S. Ameribank corner kick here in the 63rd minute for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, who lead the Charleston Battery 1-0. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, and Heather Donnelly on the sideline. Stuart Campbell shouting some instructions as Schaefer comes over to take this, what will be an in-swinger corner kick. Rowdies only have 2 in the box right now. Curious here. I mean, what is it, a Morel or something like this? We'll see what Schaefer's able to do. Perhaps they want to go out wide for Morel. Schaefer's looking. Now they send the third one into Chavez. Referee Gutierrez telling him to go on. It is a 2v1. Morel into Schaefer. Marcel Schaefer across the area, poked away by Chang. So kept by Collins. Portillos sends it to the area, and Mueller will step up. Chavez undercut, but the undercutting player, Michael Chang, perhaps received an elbow, and Charleston will be set to make a substitution here as the Battery will send on as Kunga will come out. Coming on will be Ricky Garbanzo. Garbanzo in for Kunga. Kunga had a wicked shot, but he is a youngster and he is on loan from the Atlanta United League, and had a couple of opportunities, but really was kind of taken out of play a little bit later after those first couple opportunities.
Yeah, he had a good start to this game and was getting more minutes down with the Battery.
Will be a homegrown player for Atlanta, but right now it's Higashi into the area. He'll cut it back. Dropped, he'll get it, and he'll play it back. Now it's Anunga. Brian Anunga, who had the game winner against the Rowdies back in April, will send it wide to Griffin. Higashi. Now Anunga. Anunga threatening the top of the box. Could be an opportunity for a counter, but it's Lasso who's first there, and he'll get it into Portillo. Portillo looking on the cross. It's over everyone. It will be a goal kick for the Rowdies. Mike Anhauser, when talking with Heather Donnelly at half, talked about making some of those changes not too early. Some of that attacking pressure might be coming here shortly, though. Sent now wide to Morel. Alex Morel into the box, one-on-one. He's going to whip it across, shot, crossbar! Ristov just missed, doubling the Rowdies' lead.
Unbelievable there. Alex Morel with a ton of space on the right-hand side. Runs in on O'Brien Woodbine, and Georgie Ristov side foots it right off the crossbar.
Chavez and McCandawiri. Rowdies resetting. Collins. And pressure coming a little higher now for the Battery. Looking, that's Cole. And Cole will maybe get a call. Oh, he does get the call against him. He's checking on the caution, perhaps, is down, is it? Cole is down as well.
You can see what the injury to Cole was, as a substitution again is happening for the Battery.
Coming off will be Forrest Lasso. So this is one of those changes that the Battery be making as Miles Robinson comes on, although there is a defender in Robinson. Cole looking at that ankle. Here is that replay, Lee.
Interesting there. Just it's an ankle of Joe Cole. He got it in from behind. Here's the opportunity earlier. Morel goes in, cross that ball, and geez, you just have to get underneath that a little bit more, and that's in the goal. Just underneath it, a touch, and it rings solidly off the crossbar. Doesn't come down, comes right back out.
So both Cole and Higashi are up. Cole has to come off as he did get some attention, standing on the sideline for now. Woodbine over the ball. Nunga. Higashi miscontrols that one. Cole is back on. It was over his foot. Morel on a tackle and plays it off Woodbine, able to win it back as Porter has to run wide. Porter looking long. Woodbine heads it back in. Second ball, Chavez and Cole combined. Looking long. Here's Schaefer. Marcel Schaefer tries to whip it in. He does. Patterson. Turn. Patterson. Goal. What a goal. Schaefer ball. Patterson in. 2-0 Rowdies.
Well, that is just a great build-up on that goal, and you see Patterson, he is absolutely pumped up. Great ball in, whipped in by Marcel Schaefer, and just a fantastic turn by Patterson, and he cracks that one. The top corner, no chance there for Tambakis, and that is the 2-goal lead that the Tampa Bay Rowdies were looking for. Marcel Schaefer with his 5th goal, or sorry, Martin Patterson with his 5th goal of the season.
And Lee, to tell you, both Rowdies' goals have been because of a fantastic touch by Martin Patterson. First time bringing down the ball by Porter and finding Morel, eventually Cole. That time, that ball was behind him a little bit, Schaefer, but what a touch. Allowed him to put it top 90.
Yeah, just that first touch was beautiful because Schaefer had so much pace on that ball. He whipped it in and he kept it at his body and still was able to make a great turn to open up and find that space. And that is just a great goal here for Martin Patterson and the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
See if the Rowdies can keep the pressure up. The Battery have had a little bit better of the run of play as far as possession and maybe opportunities, but they haven't tested Matt Beckins in the second half really, and they won't here as that sends back in. But as that one goes out of bounds, we'll remind viewers in Tampa Bay that this TV has your chance to win a PS4 Pro Console and a copy of FIFA 2017 Deluxe Scarf Bundle, plus a special autographed item from the Rowdies. Watch Rowdies home games on this TV all season and look for the clue. Go to MOR-TV.com for game days and times.
I think Joe Cole asking if he can be subbed out. I think I just saw him say that, you know, that injury may be a little bit too much. He might need to come out. But talk about a substitution, Mike. How about welcome to the game, Miles Robinson? That was who got beat there. He just comes into it. He might be a little bit cold. You got to wonder if Lasso would have dealt with that a little differently. But, you know, it ends up working out well for the Rowdies as Robinson just comes into the game and then he gets beat by Martin Patterson cleanly.
I agree with you. But on that agreeing with you, I think that was a fantastic turn. But I think anyone would have had trouble with that one. Let's check in with Heather Donnelly, who's down on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, you mentioned seeing Joe Cole gesturing over to the sideline. He was actually giving head coach Stuart Campbell 2 thumbs up. Stu was asking if Joe needed to be subbed out, and 2 big thumbs up from Joe Cole. He's fine for now, guys.
Oh, that's good news.
Good stuff. That's us old guys up in the booth, a little bit blind down here. Not seeing the thumbs up. I thought he was giving the substitution, the rotation, so that's good news for the Rowdies.
Well, this one was going to open up anyway as the Battery were looking to cut that into it. It's going to open up immediately now as the Battery trail by 2 against the Rowdies, who have been able to create a couple opportunities, although this time a little dangerous. Pickens has to come outside of his area. A little miscommunication. Looks like the Rowdies will be set to make a substitution in just a moment too. But before they do, I'll tell you the latest USL news is on Sirius XM FC. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 7 on Channel 85. Sirius XM FC will also air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Here's Robinson. Overlapping run on the far side. It's headed away by Zach Portillo. It's quick Griffith out there. Now is a Muga. Setting across, headed away. Robinson will run it down. That was Chang who sent that ball in. Higashi. Morel has it at his feet now. Chavez. Patterson. Chavez will switch it over. Here's Portillo's. Little room to run. He's got help going over the top. It's Restrepo. Georgie Restrepo looking for Zach Portillo's on the run. Poked back by Griffith. No, the poke almost goes. Portillo stumbled a little, or he could have been in. But the Rowdies do come away with a loose ball.
Yeah, Portillo's wasn't expecting that one. That's for sure. So.
And here is Collins. I understand it might be the debut of Walter Restrepo. Heather Donnelly tells us on the sideline. Georgie Ristov comes away with it. Here's Cole. Sent across. Weary. And Morel.
Well, if it is Restrepo, Mike, we'll have to see how that plays out on the field. If he'll go to, Ristov coming into the middle of the park and switching off.
I think you're right, because I think it's going to be Patterson, but then we'll see Georgie more than likely move up top. But it's right now Portillo's. Now it's Cole. Cole on the run. Will tee it up and will go wide. As that one goes over the line, we mentioned Walter Restrepo makes his Tampa Bay Rowdies debut in for Martin Patterson. Patterson giving the Rowdies a 2-goal lead with a fantastic strike in the 70th minute.
Yeah, he should get a good round of applause from the fans here at Al Lang Stadium for scoring an absolute rocket for his 5th of the season. A standing O from Ralph's Mob. And on comes Walter Restrepo. We've seen him here a few times, Mike, and it was in that big rivalry back in the NASL days on the Cosmos. That rivalry was heated at times, and he loved the passion of it, and he said coming to the Rowdies, he can't wait to get into the green and gold and be a part of it on the Rowdies side this time.
He'll get the left mid. It's Woodbine, though, on the run. He's all the way to the line. It's poked away. Good defensive job by Porter. Morel has it. Dangerous ball, and the Rowdies will turn it over. Higashi on it. Rowdies wanting a handball. Higashi goes down. It's play on. An opportunity here.
There's a good score for the Rowdies fans. Richmond up on Bethlehem 2-1 in the second half.
Talk about some weird results the last couple of weeks. St. Louis knocking off this Charleston team last week as that one's sent in. St. Louis sitting at 13th in the standings coming in. Charleston leading the East, and they got the 1-0 win. This week, Richmond, the lowest team in the East, against maybe the second hottest team behind Charlotte and East. Great split by Restrepo, making his entrance already. Here's Cole. Cole on the shot will go wide. Walter Restrepo, his first time through, split two defenders. Created an opportunity, but nothing came out of it.
Now you can see, yeah, that Restrepo's taken up that position on that left-hand side. And Georgie Ristoff more into the middle of the park, and you see what creativity and what great feet Walter Restrepo has, and starting to make an immediate impact on this team coming into this game as a substitution. He's a quality player. Lee Cohen talked about trying to get Restrepo for the last few years and just haven't been able to get him under wraps, and they've had their eye on him for a while, and so they're happy to have him here as a member of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
He was the league player of the year when he was with San Antonio 3 or 4 years ago. Here's Griffith, drives it off of Portillo's. They will go out for a corner kick, and while Portillo's is down, we'll remind viewers in Tampa Bay you're watching Rowdy Soccer on This TV Tampa Bay. After all the action on the field, check out all the movie action on Tampa Bay's first broadcast movie channel, This TV Tampa Bay. Digital 32.2, Spectrum 630, Frontier Fios 463, and Comcast 229.
Portillo took that to the side of the head and stay down right now. Pickens is telling him to get down, not to try to rush getting up. So we'll have to have some concussion protocol taking place here to make sure that Zach Portillo is okay. But you saw him looking a little wobbly. And now they're doing the follow my finger test right now. He takes this one right off the side of the head. It hits him in, he was favoring his right eye area. And you can see him drop down to his knees, feeling the effects of that point blank shot.
Well, almost every time when taking one off the head, you want the opportunity to rest, but a 2-goal lead in the 80th minute, you certainly want to take a little extra time too, but you want to make sure he's all right. I believe he is. He's going to have to walk off to the side, so he will not be able to defend the corner kick. To be taken by the Battery on the far side.
We'll have to watch and see how long he stays in the game. I don't think Stuart Campbell will take any chances because he can replace him with Luke Bowden.
Outswinger. Charleston almost on it. It is run down by Higashi. Sent back in. It was Collins winning that header. And good hustle by Cole. Up to Restrepo. Nice touch by Restrepo. That's Cole who will get it up to Ristoff. Ristoff looking, slots it. A little soft for Restrepo. Good defensive job by Griffith. And the Battery will turn it. Up the field, there's Anunga. Tom Bryan Anunga. Now out to Garbanzo. Garbanzo, one of the subs, tries to drive it. It's into Porter. Good tackle by McCandawiri. Morel, second ball. Able to beat one man. He's going to try and use his speed. He'll at least earn a throw.
And with less than 10 minutes now, Mike, and these are the parts of the game where the Rowdies can kind of dictate it, slow it down when need be as well. This is where they don't have to be a rush in any of these areas to get the ball back into play. You take 30 seconds here off the clock, 30 seconds there. It makes all the difference in the world. It will make Charleston more desperate And they'll have to take some chances going forward, open themselves up at the back.
Good control by Restrepo as Schaefer. Schaefer will switch it out to Restrepo. Restrepo waving Portillo, who's back on. Come help me, here you go. Portillo steps over into the box. It's poked away defensively, but it's still free, and now bicycled out by Anunga. Chavez will slow it down a little bit, but Cordova still gets to it. He's into the half, attacking half, and now he'll drop it back for Portillo, and now it's Michael Chang. Chang slots it through. Pickens out of his area in a rush. Nice shoulder charge by Makandawiri. And soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Here is Restrepo. And Anunga able to get there first. Attacking now is Portillo. Justin Portillo, some space. Lots of green and yellow shirts behind the ball. Will slow it down, but now it's played wide. Out for Chang. Sent across. Gashi backhills it, and it's still a second ball. Anunga. Mueller up to Portillo. Griffith on the overlapping run. Griffith driven across. It's free, but Cole's the only one there at the top of the box. Morel on it. Now Porter slips as it's sent in, and that will probably allow Charleston's last sub, perhaps. It does. As Anunga will come off. And as Anunga comes off, it'll be Nico Rittmeyer. So Rittmeyer is on. Rowdies might be set to make a sub themselves, but they'll wait to the next opportunity. Here's Mueller. Robinson. 85th minute, Rowdies leading 2-0 as Woodbine slots it forward. That's Rittmeyer just on his first touch, right foot back across into the area, dropped back, shot deflected. It's going to go out wide. It's run down by the Battery. The Battery get to it first. There's Woodbine now. Sent across, Portillo. And it will be a free kick for the Battery in a dangerous spot. As Garbanzo was taken down. We've seen Portillo line these up around and score a couple goals earlier in the year, Leah. I think it will probably be Justin Portillo.
The wall's going to get moved back 5 more steps from where it is. Matt Pickens lining up the wall.
So Portillo about 25 yards out, over the wall and over the goal. Goal kick, Rowdies. And the Rowdies set to make a sub. Joe Cole will exit this one after scoring the first one tonight. Martin Vingard will come on. Allowing probably a little more defensive posture. For the Rowdies, along with Justin Chavez. Now he's trying to see this one out. Close the gap to first place. Charlotte has the night off. Charlotte will have a chance to tie Charleston if this result holds for first place when they play again on Tuesday. That one sent into the stands. The Rowdies, more importantly here for Tampa Bay fans, closing to within 4 points of the Battery. And there's Bethlehem still tying that one up against Richmond. Woodbine.
Yeah, and right now as the live standings go, Mike, they would pass Louisville, the Rowdies. They'd go up to 31 points, and Louisville would be on 30.
Well, Louisville is playing right now against St. Louis.
So this is the live scoring update as far as the live standings are concerned. The Rowdies, if both results hold, the Rowdies would get up to third place as the Louisville game is tied at 0-0.
They did start an hour after us, so they're probably concluding the first half now as a free kick will be the Battery's way. Michael Chang, left foot, whipped in off the stomach of the Rowdies. Free ball, Battery has it, and it's tackled away. Marcel Schaefer, and it will go out for a corner kick for the Battery as we approach 88 minutes past here at Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies making their final 7 a minute, looking for defensive. That one a dangerous ball, and it's over the top. Cordovez can't get down. It goes over the wall as Alex Morel will come out for Darnell King. King has been an offensive player in his career, but I think he'll be asked to take a little more defensive role in this one, as he typically does. Morel, who is very good at times tonight, created the first goal, taking that ball from Patterson, having Cole poke it away. Had another chance as a great cross into Georgi Ristov that hit the crossbar. King will play more of a midfield position, but I don't think he'll be venturing very far forward very often. Pickens takes the goal kick as we're into the 90th minute here. Rowdies leading 2-0. Woodbine played forward. Griffith up to Chang. Chang over the top into Cordovez. Emil Cordovez now wide to Griffith again. Griffith off the foot. It's over, everyone. Porter challenged for it. King challenged for it. King will go out to defend. Woodbine again. Higashi. Woodbine. Good job defensively. I think that was Vingard, maybe. No, that was Makanda-Weary, excuse me. 3 minutes stoppage time here at Al Lang Stadium. Sent all the way across. There's King in that defensive role. And now Woodbine again. It's over everyone. Portillo, free header. Restrepo will be whistled for a foul. Griffith brought the head down. Restrepo jumped into him, and it will be an opportunity here for the Battery to try to cut the lead in half in stoppage time. This is Portillo over the ball. Sent in, and King will put it out for a corner kick.
Well, I don't mind that from Darnell King. There was maybe a little bit of lack of communication there, and better to be safe than sorry, as it is a corner kick again, but these plays take a little bit longer to set up. As as the Battery are trying to move as quickly as possible.
Portillo runs all the way across, looking for Higashi to flip it on. It's headed down and away. As Portillo will take the throw. Actually, he'll leave it for Woodbine. Has that long throw, but he'll play it quickly in short. Nice job there, and I will mention this here and after this one, as Collins heads it up. It's run down, and now Chavez. Chavez trying to go. His pass just misses Restrepo. We saw the one long throw by Woodbine earlier as the Rowdies get this throw. Matt Pickens came off his line strong to get it. If Pickens doesn't come out, and not to say, I mean, that maybe the Rowdies still headed away. I think you see that long throw funneled in and in and in. But when the keeper's strong like that, Lee, that changes the mindset sometimes of the team making that throw.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And I'm kind of surprised that Woodbine didn't walk back there and just heave it into the 6-yard box again and see what happens instead of taking that short throw. A throw-in's much more accurate than kicking the ball into the box.
I agree. Send them up. You got to get two, and it's already here. Pickens able to catch this one, and we're into that final minute. Rowdies appear that they are going to increase their home record. 7 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. Of course, they lost Charleston, but they much need a game. The Battery's gotten them twice already this year. They could ill afford, as we mentioned, as that one deflects off of Restrepo, be a throw in for the Battery.
Yeah, and start to get back to some winning ways. This will need 2 wins and a draw in their last 3, so undefeated and collecting points is what you want to do. So after that stretch of not winning games, this has been a good turnaround for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, especially when you can say, hey, we started to turn things around against some good teams in Cincinnati, and then you go on the road, get a point, and then you beat the top team in the East.
As you mentioned, you beat the top team in the East. It's over here at Al Lang Stadium. The Rowdies, on the strength of a Joe Cole first-half goal and a Martin Patterson second-half goal, come away winners. 2-0 tonight here in St. Petersburg. I believe we will have Coach in just a moment, but the fans are certainly happy as the flares go off, and Stuart Campbell is with Heather Donnelly now.
Thanks, Mike. Coach, a big win for you guys here at home. How crucial are these 3 points tonight against the top team in the league?
Yeah, it's absolutely crucial. I'd say 3 points at home. We've been very good at home. We're on a nice little run now. I'm going to build on that next week.
What do you think the key was to the victory tonight?
Just what we spoke about before. We didn't make any individual errors in dangerous situations, in dangerous areas on the field, and I thought we defended great.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. And we got a lot coming up on the post game tonight. And Lee, the Lightning held off. I didn't say it throughout, but we saw it in the background. Lightning held off. Rowdies get a 2-0 win. And actually right now, Mike Anhauser, the coach for Charleston, is with Heather Donnelly.
Thank you, Mike. Coach, you dropped this one here on the road. What do you think went wrong out there for you tonight?
I mean, they took their chances. You know, when they delivered into the box, it was a quality chance. I think they hit the post twice and the crossbar once and then finished 2 of them, where we got some chances and we didn't hit the target. So that can make the difference, especially when you're on the road. So you got to give credit to them. They played a nice game and kept the ball, got it wide, and did some things that put us under pressure.
You were without Romario Williams tonight. How much are you looking forward to getting him back in your lineup?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's important to us. Obviously, he's a handful back there for all the defenders, so it's going to be important. But he's got a game to win tomorrow, and if he makes the final, that's great for him. And when you play for your national team, that's very important. So we want to wish him the best, but we obviously want to get him back too.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Heather. And of course, the Rowdies are in the middle, or actually the first game of a 3-game homestand. The next one 1 week from tonight. Make your way down here to Al Lang Stadium. And if you can't make it down, you can always watch it. You can all the home games. This TV, Tampa Bay. Pregame starts at 7 o'clock. Kickoff will be at 7:30 on This TV, Tampa Bay. It is Digital 32.2, Frontier 463, Spectrum 630, and Comcast 229. We got more coming up. Post-game show coming up next. You're watching Rowdy Soccer.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
There's a lot to a name.
Especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges
and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
Welcome to the post-game show here on this TV. Tampa Bay's Tampa Bay Rowdies knock off the Charleston Battery 2-0. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly will be down on the sideline. And Lee, when we look at it here, the Rowdies, a little slow start to both halves, but they finished it off. And as you heard Stuart Campbell talk about, and Mike Anhauser, they finished their chances. The team went out, had a couple of great opportunities, and they made no mistake about them.
Yeah, it's not how you start a match, it's how you finish a match and what that final score is. And now the Rowdies have had a nice little run of things the last 3 games with 2 wins and a draw. So anything positive is really good, but the full points at home is what's really required as well to kind of keep going and get back into the top of those 8 in the standings for sure. So a great result tonight to be able to knock off the top team in the East.
Absolutely, and I think when we look at it, let's take a look at those highlights throughout tonight that gave the Rowdies a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, and like we said, early on, the pressure was on the Rowdies. A lot of opportunities from the top of the box, and the Charleston Battery just not able to get it on goal on a couple of occasions. And when they did get one on goal, when Matt Pickens was called on, he was able to make the save. Good punch out there and then cleared away. And he had some words with his back line after that and said, push up, you can't allow this. And then how about some of these opportunities, too? There is Patterson, great header there, but Tambakis, right place at the right time to deny it. Joe Cole right here with just a superb volley, and he got everything behind that, and can't believe that didn't go in as Tambakis comes across to his left and just able to palm that one away. But eventually, the hard work pays off. Nice little drop pass, Alec Morel into the box, and a little bit of a heavy touch, so Joe Cole sees it, and he just taps that ball in for the first goal of this game. And they did keep coming. How about this in the second half? Morel with the cross, this time to Georgi Ristov, and he rings that right off the bar. Tambakis nowhere to be seen. And then what a goal this is. Great ball in by Schaefer. Fantastic turn by Patterson, and he just rifles that into the top corner, and he is pumped up, and that is just a fantastic result.
Yeah, I think you had that same reaction up here, Lee, on that goal there from Patterson, just not necessarily the intense space. You can see the stats there. Charleston with the better end of the shots. They had to press forward throughout the second half, and the Rowdies really only had a couple shots second half, but they were able to convert that one as well. You can see that pretty even.
Yeah, they were, and really nothing as far as the shots, especially in the second half for the Charleston Battery, really ever, tested Matt Pickens in that second half, and that was the big thing. And yeah, the Rowdies, not with any opportunities in that second half, but the ones that they did have, they finished them very well.
I agree. I mean, Matt Pickens really was untested that much. We got more on the post-game show coming up next. You see Matt Pickens celebrating with the fans. We'll have Heather Donnelly working hard. We are watching the Rowdies soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
Some people are blessed. Compassion and empathy are second nature. Being selfless increases their self-worth. They consider caring for others a calling, not a sacrifice. And we consider them our role models. Because if humanity can make the world a better place, imagine what it can do for healthcare.
The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
The fight for the championship continues July 29th at 7:30 p.m. Get rowdy at Outland with 90 minutes of manic excitement as the Rowdies take on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Pittsburgh, bring your A game, because you're going to need it. Call 727-222-2000 now. Tickets start at just $11 and includes the Visit St. Pete Clearwater Beach Bash. Call 727-222-2000 now. Come on, you Rowdies!
Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium, where the Rowdies have knocked off the Battery of Charleston 2-0. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey. Right now, Heather Donnelly working hard, and the Rowdies got 2 goals tonight. First one scored by the captain, Joe Cole, and he's standing by with Heather right now.
Thank you, Mike. Joe, you scored the oh-so-important first goal of the game. You got the Rowdies on the board. How crucial was it to get that first goal against a really strong team like Charleston?
They are a really strong team with real quality players. I felt they missed their striker today, and we've got a strong squad. Like we missed Damien, but we've got Tam, who's come in and been fantastic over the last few weeks. So great performance. Pato was brilliant tonight, and yeah, a fantastic win at home.
You've got 2 more home games now coming up in a row. How important is this stretch, and what an opportunity is this to get 9 points here at home?
Yeah, I know it's an old saying, but we have to take every game at a time. The home games are going to be vital because our away form has not been good enough. We know that. So winning these next 2 home games is vital, and then we'll have a look at if we can win these 2 home games. Then we can have a look at maybe trying something new on the road. But we love playing here. Our fans are great, and we love it.
Let's go back and talk about your goal there for a second. Take me through what happened from your perspective. It was a really nice sequence there.
Yeah, fantastic play. We're working on getting penetration, and Alex gives us penetration. And, you know, I've been working with Alex about getting in the right positions to score goals, you know, and you run into the right areas at the right time, and the ball drops to you, and then it's about composure. I felt I should have had a few more tonight. So, you know, it's nice to score, but, you know, still at 35, you still want more. I think that's the secret of a soccer player and an athlete.
All right, thanks, Joe. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Heather. And, you know, you heard it, Lee. He said he wanted a few more, and doesn't matter what it is, but he had a pretty good night when you do get the game-winning goal, too.
Yeah, you do, and you talk about the build-up, and here's just a package of all of his plays. That was just a fantastic volley, and that curls a little bit more, and that's in. And here's a look at the goal. Nice little back pass here. Alex Morel, he talked about him running into the box, and that's what I like about Alex Morel is that he does take on players 1v1. That ball just gets a little ahead of him right there. Joe Cole sees it, and he just hits it with his right foot into the net to give the Rowdies that lead. So it was a good night for Joe Cole, and yeah, you know, I think when you do put goals in the back of the net as a little bit of an older, savvy vet, it makes you feel a heck of a lot younger, so that's why he probably would have done better, but he'll take the 3 points any night.
Yeah, volley was fantastic, but right now I think Heather Donnelly's standing by with Alex Morel, who was able to help create the chance. Wasn't able to. We don't quite have him. She's down there. He's actually signing some autographs, but I expect moments. But it was Morel, and you talked about his playmaking ability, and Joe Cole talked about it too, the penetration. And I think that's something that's missing. I mean, a couple times it will get taken away, but Lee, those opportunities when he's in there creating is what is creating the defense to collapse on him. And you can see right now Alex is with Heather Donnelly.
Thank you, guys. Alex was signing some autographs for all of his fans here. What was tonight like for you, getting that assist there on that goal for Joe Cole?
All I got to say is, that's payback. We can't lose 3 times. We had to get this win. Feels good. The goal that Joe scored, honestly, he came by, hit me like a brick wall. I was wondering what it was, and he took the goal back. I'm grateful that we scored, to be honest, because that was a big goal for us, good turnaround, and that's probably the reason why we won the game. We played well other than that, but he did good. I'm just glad to get the assist.
Yeah, it's the second time kind of that Joe's basically stolen one there from you. You've gotten 2 assists now. What's up with that?
He knows and I know, but I'll get him. I'll put him in the back of the net eventually. He knows that. But
moving forward now, you've got 2 more games here at home. How big is that, and how big of an opportunity is that for you guys?
It's huge because we love playing at home, honestly. Because, look at the crowd tonight. It was amazing. It just brings a certain energy. You can't really explain it. You just play a lot better in front of your home crowd, and that's what we did tonight. We'll continue to do that. It was fun.
Thanks, Alex. Guys?
Thanks, Heather. And Lee, we heard payback. He was referring to the Battery, but then he goes on 2 times now. Joe Cole been on it. Maybe we'll see some payback there. Let's get a good look at his highlights for the night.
Yeah, he does a lot of the work here. Here's a little earlier on. Actually, that's the second half, the cross that he sent into the box, or a little reverse. But, there's the run into the box, and Joe Cole standing right there. You got to take that opportunity when you have it. So, Joe, maybe Alex could have taken that, but you did have a defender coming in a hurry there, so he's able to take that. And but a beautiful ball into the box as well to set up Georgie Restrepo.
More on the postgame coming up next. The Rowdies beat the Battery tonight 2-0. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on this TV, Tampa Bay.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we want you to eat better and feel better with smoothies made from better-for-you ingredients and food crafted with the bold flavors you love, like our Chipotle Chicken Club flatbread with grilled chicken, bacon, pepper jack, and Chipotle mayo, or our Island Green Smoothie with fresh kale and spinach, banana, mango, and pineapple. Life's too good to settle for anything less. Chipotle Chicken Club and Island Green Smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Florida Print Solutions is St. Petersburg's leader for the best quality, service, marketing, and printing solutions for your business, always with free pickup and delivery. At Florida Print Solutions, we stand for our community. Superior product quality, effective business solutions, and of course, we stand for printing. Make your next call to Florida Print Solutions and take your business image to the next level. Florida Print Solutions is an official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Let's go, come on. Shortcut's on 3. 1, 2, 3, shortcuts! How can you be more?
We're on the road showing real people the stain-fighting power of OxyClean.
Stains on t-shirt, I see it coming out pretty quickly. The stain is gone.
That's a huge difference. You could see how it was really disgusting and how white it is now.
Looks like the stain is coming out. The OxyClean started to lift it up. I'm pretty impressed.
OxyClean, America's #1 versatile stain remover. Now get the power of OxyClean in a detergent. 1 cap beats 4 of theirs. OxyClean gets the tough stains out.
Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies beat the Charleston Battery 2-0. We heard from Joe Cole, who got the goal. And Andy, the assist was to Morel. But let's hear from the second goal scorer tonight, Martin Patterson, who is with Heather Donnelly.
Thank you, Mike. Martin, you scored a great goal tonight. You always seem to score on this end of the field, right there by the fans. You have great celebrations. Where does that intensity come from?
I think throughout my career I've had that intensity to want to score, and I'm delighted when I do score. But I think at the moment my family being over with me is a massive thing at the moment, and they were this end, so I was trying to celebrate with intensity but not scare my own kids. So it was nice that they were this end and I've scored this end. But again, it's all about the team, and we won tonight against the top of the league, and it shows what a team we are.
You scored a great goal. It was a big win. What stood out to you about the way you guys played tonight?
I think we defended very well, and the back four were fantastic, a clean sheet, and we created lots of chances and crossed the ball very well. And when you do that, The keeper made some great saves early on, credit to them, but we managed to convert two, and Coley was in there for a nice little poker, and I managed to score. So we defended very well, worked hard, and then took our chances.
All right, thanks, Martin.
No problem.
Guys.
Thank you, Heather. And as we get a good look, I'm wondering if he gets to say what look he has that does scare the kids at home. But, that intensity is always fun here, Lee. And let's get a good look at what he did tonight.
Yeah, again, he had a few opportunities. This, of course, is the goal. What a beautiful ball whipped in from Patterson. But just the control to take that on your foot. One touch on his left, a quick turn, and he just rockets it with his right, and there is no chance there for Tambakis. And then he had a earlier header as well that he had to come up big on too. So they did create those opportunities tonight that he talked about.
Yeah, the header he had was great because Tambakis was there, but of course it was a fantastic first touch by him that helped set up that first goal too. Right now, he credited the back four. Lee, you said the back four were great, and with Damian Lowe being international duty, Tamika McCandawiri has stepped in. He's been fantastic last couple games. Right now he's standing by with Heather Donnelly.
Thank you, Mike. Tam, big game for you guys tonight, a shutout. What was it like out there for you?
Yeah, obviously it was difficult. They're a good side. They certainly put us under a lot of pressure in the first half and the start of the second half. But obviously we got the goals and managed to keep them out. Yeah.
Damian Lowe's been away on international duty with Jamaica, so you've kind of stepped into that role of starting center back. How big is that for you to get that opportunity out here, while he's away, and how important is it to take advantage of that?
Yeah, of course. Obviously I didn't start this season, and Damo, to his credit, has been doing really well. So has Neely. So, like I said before, I'm always ready and always prepared. So I'm just trying to do my job.
You're out there with the back line, and then you've got Matt Pickens behind you. He's played very well of late, and tonight especially. What's it like playing in front of a goalkeeper like him?
Yeah, Matty's been great since I've been here. Obviously with our relationship's grown, and relationship with the back four is very good. So he gives you confidence. He makes great saves, and he talks, and he comes for crosses. So he's a big help behind us.
All right, thanks, Tam. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. And the defense was really solid. It was really solid against Orlando, and they were hanging on last game. Could well be, and maybe should be, 3 shutouts in a row, the penalty kick and stoppage time, because they did that job against Cincinnati right here on this stadium as well. So defensively been very good, and Tam has been a big part of that tonight as well. So we mentioned, and guess what? Hey, you're a goalkeeper, and you get those shutouts, and hey, you want to be talked to as well. And Matt Pickens is with Heather.
Thank you, Mike. Matt, fans here saying you look like you just took a shower. It's a hot one out here tonight. Yeah. What was it like in goal for you?
It's fun tonight. I think it's fun to watch the guys. The team as a whole play a complete game. Limit the mistakes. Work hard on defense, and when we took our chances at goal, we scored. So. Hats off to the whole group, coaches as well, making those substitutions they did, and we did well. We did well tonight, and the last 3 games, it's what is that now? 7 out of 9 points. So I think we just need to keep cruising now. I think this last half of the season, if we just keep steady climbing and start hitting our stride towards the playoffs, I think we'll be in good shape. We'll be in good shape to do some damage.
Yeah, how much confidence does that give you guys? I know you hit a little bit of a rough patch there, but now you seem to have broken through it.
Yeah, it slowed down a bit for us, which is good, and we got to get back here on the training field and work on some things. So it's allowed us to do that, and come out here and apply it to the game is what we're supposed to do as players, and tonight we've done well.
All right, thank you, Matt. Back to you guys.
Lee, thank you, Heather. And Lee, like I said, wasn't asked a lot, but he did make that big save when it was scoreless, and we can take a look at what Matt Pickens did tonight, too.
Yeah, he did, but I don't think it's just the saves, Mike. I think it's that communication. When you have such a veteran presence back there for the Rowdies, that's what makes a difference, that he was yelling at the players a lot tonight. Here's that big save in the first half off of his hands, but it's what he does after that as well that's so important to the team, to have that communication and confidence moving forward.
Rowdies get the win 2-0 here. We've got more in the postgame coming up when we return. You're watching Rowdy Soccer on this TV Tampa Bay.
We got the sun. We got today. We got the sun. Jumping. Got it right through the night. Got it dialed in. It's just you and me.
Sundial, the place to shop and dine in downtown St. Petersburg. The new locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg. More than a market. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, eat it here or take it home. Fresh-made sushi, Pan-Asian dishes, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, specialty drinks, and decadent desserts. Lunch hour or happy hour. Enjoy it here or take it home. More than a market. Come and taste locale at Sundial in St. Petersburg.
The fight for the championship continues July 29th at 7:30 p.m. Get rowdy at Outland with 90 minutes of manic excitement as the Rowdies take on the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Pittsburgh, bring your A game, because you're going to need it. Call 727-222-2000 now. Tickets start at just $11 and includes the Visit St. Pete Clearwater Beach Bash. Call 727-222-2000 now. Come on, you Rowdies!
Darnell King still celebrating with fans, and why not? You win 2-0 as the Rowdies did against the Charleston Battery tonight. And Lee, I think when we look at it, the play of the game, I think we both agree, what a fantastic finish by Martin Patterson.
Yeah, the whole build-up, a great ball across by Schaefer, perfectly controlled by Martin Patterson there. One-touch turn, and he strikes it. So just a fantastic play to give them that little bit of breathing room in the 2-0 win.
And he scares the kids right there, too, as you can see the Eastern Conference standings. And you kind of alluded to it. Louisville City still in action right now against St. Louis, but Bethlehem still falls. So the Rowdies a little cushion right now and moving closer to Charleston.
Yeah, so a great result all around so far as that result tonight for the Rowdies. Right now, up in third spot.
Of course, you see Pittsburgh sitting down in 11th place. That is the next game, which you can watch here. Of course, there's the next one's Pittsburgh, Harrisburg City, St. Louis, Ottawa. All those teams right now down in the bottom 8, Lee, so that could be pretty good opportunity for the Rowdies. 2 home games in a row. Lee, if you missed any of this one, everyone should watch it. For Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly, I'm Mike Pepper. Match in 5 now.
It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
Some people are blessed. Compassion and empathy are second nature. Being selfless increases their self-worth. They consider caring for others a calling, not a sacrifice. And we consider them our role models. Because if humanity can make the world a better place, imagine what it can do for healthcare.